It should be bouncing right now.
We're out of time and out of space. We're out of time and out of space, lamenting for the human race. A cataclysmic crisis from the past. A small blue world asunder torn, an apocalyptic nightmare born, and mankind better learn to cope with it fast. Watch the glittering protectors rise! Inhuman foes meet your demise! And boom, 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 your end is nigh.
You're on, Dave.
Hi! I'm Kadave, and we're here to play Savage Worlds Rifts, the Tomorrow Legion. To my left.
My name is Stu, and I'm playing Lambert Delanoy, the Quebecois glitter boy. It is a pleasure to meet you. Sorry.
That's
I
okay.
did not mean to
You can
interrupt.
just interrupt, okay. I'm Sam, and I play Tiffany, who's a dragon.
She is.
Yes.
She totally is.
And I have
Thank
this
you.
great new necklace replica,
Yes.
thanks to Nick.
Yay, Nick.
welcome.
Thank you so much. Listeners who have been with us from the beginning will remember that Mother,
Calls. Yeah.
may he rest in peace, was wearing this awesome breastplate when he courageously gave his life to save Tiffany.
Yep.
And so she made a necklace out of the breastplate.
She totally did.
Now I have a real one. Thank you.
Cool, you're welcome. My name is Nick, and I will be playing Indiana Rex, the dog boy.
And my name's Kimmy. I'm playing Arabella Kinsley, and I am a Cyber Knight. And that's all of us. That's your party.
That's everybody.
Super crazy party.
Yeehaw!
And we're all here.
Hooray!
Super
I know.
cool.
I can't do the recap because I wasn't here.
I know.
Right?
Uh-oh.
Oh. Be ready.
Buckle up.
The sunset was a cacophony of red from the smoke of the various fires that may have caused. And then I actually got on the game. Tiffany has left with the other dragon to learn how to breastfeed her young and to ensure the egg is healthy and free of the taint. We checked the library where the infernal ritual occurred. The canine gentleman disposed of several zombies. I gathered some bloody papers and books and a medallion from the necromancer. The Cyber Knight gathered children's books for the town. The music section in the library proved a treasure trove of classic music. Weird Al Yankovic's Even Worse,
Oh no.
Bark at the Moon from Ozzy Osbourne, Falco's The Greatest Hits, The Specials, and Daft Punk Random Access Memories. I raised the library. The Cyber Knight drives away. We arrive at the city that makes wire. The jolly fat mayor inquires of our success. We give his immenseness a report, and I inquire about the infernal medallion. Our canine friend detects some magic upon it. We suspect it might be a tracking device. On our travels, we encounter a terrible stench. I don't notice it, but I am accused of gastrointestinal indiscretion. It passes. Ha. The next day, we encounter several indescribable horrors, including a large crayfish and demonic rhinoceri. The next evening, we encounter 15 bikers. Our canine friend knows one by name of Crank Cass. We have made new friends. We drink something called moonshine and sing songs until morning. We arrive at Castle Refuge. We argue our call sign. Poutine awaits. Someone is waiting expectantly for us there. But then we are shot at. Well, I am hit, but it is inconsequential. We dismount to investigate. Lost Dog 819 sneaks away to find the culprit. I spot the sniper, but Lost Dog insists on investigating before I fire. What? I wait. He, and I am not making this up, starts a conversation with the sniper. I have no words. Now they are giving each other their names. I expect hand-holding and slow dancing next. The bandit slash sniper is saying blah, 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 blah. Now the mutt is going to give the lad his gun back. I step in to bring sanity to the situation. I take possession of the rifle, a single action 006. I mark it and tell him I will take it away permanently if he uses it indiscriminately again. After a stern talking to, I return the rifle with a menacing scowl. We also give him food. Finet.
Very
So-
nice.
One real quick thing to clarify: you didn't arrive yet back at Castle Refuge.
We could see it though in the distance.
You were in the range of it
Right.
that you could make direct communication and stuff like that. Yeah. And at the very end of the session, that's when you're just getting back to the castle.
Right.
Oh, real quick, I forgot. I need to add something that I've been consistently fucking up because that's something that I like to do. I have not been calculating in size bonus or penalty for the two of you. Since you are large, you're an easier target in your dragon form and in your suit.
Right.
So it's easier to get hit, but it's also easier for you to hit things that are bigger than you because you have fought
Right.
bigger things.
Right.
So I figure it worked out in everybody's favor, so it's a wash.
Right.
Because you haven't fought a lot of tiny people and you haven't fought a lot of huge things. You've kind of had a mix. So it is what it is there. But also, I was reminded that on your stealth checks when you're in your suit,
Yeah.
you're -8.
Oh,
That's it?
Because it is super shiny. If it's an environment where there's light or anything, you're very reflective.
So that would make me a cumulative -10 since I don't
On
actually have the skill. Okay.
Yes, yes. So probably, not, but at night or in a a darkened area or something, smoke-filled area, you're still okay. It's just in the
Or
event
if there happens
of
to be a nuclear bomb going off someplace.
right, yeah, yeah. Or
I'm like a ninja.
a dragon over there burning down their houses, then
Right.
or a laser light show, and you blend right in.
Right. Yeah.
you gotta dance your way in.
Right.
But yeah.
Wearing a
So
glowing
yeah.
necklace.
But other than that, nothing huge. I didn't have a bunch of messages this time, which is good.
Dear Dave, you idiot.
I get a ton of messages about my character in the Masks game.
Oh, really?
I got a bunch of people messaging me about how I
Yeah.
was being a bad boyfriend. Because I let my girlfriend dance with her friend at the homecoming dance. And I didn't feel rage and jealousy immediately. A lot of people are very emotionally invested in my relationship.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will have you arrive back.
Okay.
You can swoop in. The other dragon has not returned with you.
Okay.
She is staying to do some cleansing magic stuff on her egg.
Right.
Because it turns out there was something fishy.
Okay.
She didn't really explain it all, but she could detect something
Something weird
to
going
it.
on
But
with the egg.
she has promised that she will come here to the castle and
Okay.
check in and be in contact and stuff.
Cool.
So you do have a
Yay,
contact
dragon friend.
/ friend that can help you.
Yeah.
And have the talk with you.
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was also a well-liked comment. The whole conversation about dragons growing boobs,
Yes. Of course it is.
and then the cow being
Oh, yeah.
it's to nurse your young. I nursed you. That whole thing was good. You guys continue on down the road. Jesse, the boy or girl in rags with the rifle runs back off to their settlement. You know that they're around, though.
Right.
And that it was her villagers that were attacked on the road by those coalition troops that laid the trap for you guys on the way out. So he or she had been scouting and decided to take a shot at somebody.
Right.
As you get a little closer to the castle, you see some more works of the castle. They're slowly building out a network of power and telegraph lines, that kind of thing, to keep in closer contact. So you see a lot more of that. There are a couple what are obviously like techno-wizard devices flying around that kind of seem to be perimeter scouts kind of a thing.
Are they manned, or they're just like...
No, like drones, sort
Okay,
of.
right.
They're not super advanced or anything, but they can fly around for a long time, so they can therefore sound an alarm.
Almost.
It's
I'm waiting.
so close. So
I can taste the poutine now.
you come over the hill. In the distance, you see the castle raised up on its sort of mesa that it's built on. You get closer to the castle and are welcomed back. They know your truck, so there's no problem or anything pulling in. You can pull in, and there's a motor pool area where you can park, and then they will park and fuel up / reload your ammo and all that kind of stuff like normal in your armor. As soon as you get into the castle, there's the standard welcome greeting guys. You know, they're there and they take the truck and
Like at Walmart?
put it through the wash. Yeah, like at Walmart. It's
Welcome
just
to
an old
Castle
guy.
Refuge, I love you.
Yeah. just this super old dude, just like super
It's
friendly.
his job.
Like he gives you a little sticker. Welcome home.
Be nice to me, I've been out in the wild.
Newly returned.
Yes.
And it's got a little timer that counts down for 24 hours. After that, people stop being nice to you.
Right.
But you get back to the castle. It's, late afternoon. But, yeah. You can... there's not like a scheduled arrival time, so it's not like you have a briefing or anything set, but you're welcome to go and make a report, or tootle around the castle, or go look for friends, or whatever you...
Or go to the commissary.
You could do that. It's not quite like when you guys returned to the town at the last one. It's not like a big celebration,
Oh, no.
because you guys are just doing a job.
Right.
They don't throw
I'm
a party
assuming
when
there's
fighter pilots
someplace
land on an aircraft
outside
carrier.
I park my suit.
Yeah, probably in the motor pool.
Okay.
They have an area where you can
Okay.
securely lock it up, kind of a thing.
Beep, beep.
It's got low jack.
Yeah.
Protected by Viper. Step back.
Oh, God, no. Step away from the car. But, yeah. So what's up?
I'm going to go to the commissary.
You go straight there.
Yeah.
You hop out, you hit the road, you get to the commissary, you smell the gravy wafting through the air. It has been prepared as you radioed ahead. And for tonight, special treat for the return to the castle, I found a local poutine restaurant.
Like legitimately in real life, it's
Amazing.
really here sitting here. We've
So
not
Actual
opened it yet.
poutine.
everybody can have poutine.
Yay!
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that looks
Yeah,
amazing.
right?
Yes.
So I've discovered poutine is actually French fries with gravy and cheese curds.
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I was
It's
just,
Because there,
awesome.
there are utensils in there.
That
Okay.
should
Yeah,
be
we're gonna
enough.
need that.
I have some extras.
well, we are actually at Stu's house, so I'm sure he has some somewhere too.
I have some.
Oh, thank you.
You have some. Thank you.
Just a few.
Looks like there are two poutine.
Yeah, they're the same. They had different flavors, but I thought I'd go with the classic.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
The classic poutine.
So here's the poutine.
Melted
Delicious.
cheese.
Oh yeah.
Gravy.
Get on my plate, poutine.
Get on my plate.
Just start eating from the box while he holds it. Just
Stick my dragon face in there and start eating it. Thank you.
All right, there you go.
Do it for Dave.
sure.
Tiffany is going to follow the smell of poutine to find the rest of the crew. She knows
think-
what that poutine wind means.
I'm missing. Oh, no, there's just 2
Yeah.
plates there.
Oh yeah, that's.
I thought I picked enough.
I'll give you a fork already.
I
Didn't
do
I?
have a fork, yes. Good. Thank you.
Poutine. Thank you, Dave. This is awesome.
And surprisingly local.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Like-
that's exciting.
It took me 7 minutes to get to Stu's house from the restaurant.
Nice.
And they had some other choices. They have like a sausagey one with like kielbasa and stuff in it.
Do they have one with Canadian bacon?
I did not see one with Canadian bacon. They do have some like a
Or as
sweet
the Canadians
potato
call it,
one.
bacon.
Bacon.
Oh, no, actually, Canadian
Ham.
bacon they call ham.
Yeah.
Bacon of the back.
They
So-
call bacon what we call bacon.
Yeah. So Arabella is going to follow the smell of gravy. It's not biscuits and gravy, but there's still gravy and it's somewhat of a carby product. So
Maybe next time. It can be we can eat this now, and then I'll look for a place that does great biscuits and gravy, and bring that down the road next time you guys return to the castle. And then we'll take a vote. Who likes what better?
I can make it too.
Sure. Biscuits and gravy is easier to make than poutine because it's hard to find cheese curd.
Yes. Although my farmer's market says cheese curd.
Oh, nice. And also making fries at home is a pain in the butt.
Yes. So I will tell Tiffany about the giant creatures we saw. The big, huge demonic things.
The parade of demons.
And that there were far too many of them for us to be able to take on. Because it was like 12 or 13 of them or something, and they were huge.
It was. We used that same mechanic to randomly see what
Oh,
happened on
okay.
the road. And one of them was like, you come across
Parade of
a
demons.
group of demons. And then it was like, roll to see how many. And I kept rolling like the max number.
Oh no.
So it was like, it was 14 or something giant various demons
yeah.
that all were
I use
parading
this
down
to
the
eat
way.
with
But
knife.
then they
Do
also
we have
got
an extra
lucky.
fork? A
Yeah.
serving fork? Okay.
I can get one.
I should have thought more.
But there's also a random roll to determine like the disposition of the
pissed off they
demon
are.
leader.
Okay.
So like if they're out for a fight or if they're war weary or they just
Yeah.
want to be left alone, that kind of a thing. And they got very much the like, hey, we're not looking for a fight right now.
Oh, good.
So they backed their truck
with that.
slowly back down the hill and let the demons go on. Didn't have to
Otherwise,
face
Tiffany
them.
would be coming back to a brand new party.
Yeah. Like, what happened to everybody?
You fly back to the castle and you're like, where are my friends? They're all dead.
No.
They might have survived, but for you.
I don't know. There was a lot of them.
There was. It would have been rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not that big of a dragon yet either, so.
They're not, and we're in no way easy kill demons. Mm-mm. Like, they're the leftovers that the city of Tolkien that was sieged by the Coalition and destroyed. Like, their last ditch effort was to try and summon these demons to fight for them.
Oh.
But then when the city fell, the demons are like, well, we lost. All right, we're out. Quickly, before they banish us away. So now they just roam the countryside as, like, the giant dolphin, crayfish, crab, and the
They were kind of crazy.
Four-armed dudes with no heads, like Jabba the Hutt.
no head guy, and then like giant dude that looks like a super muscly Arnold
Bodybuilder
Schwarzenegger
whale
guy
head.
with a whale's head and like,
with
just-
fangs.
That sounds super
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, it was a variety, and the terrible smell that they encountered was a horrible disease. But they all rolled
Oh.
well and didn't catch it, except for Stu because he was in his suit,
I
so it didn't
don't.
matter. He neither smelt nor dealt it.
I did coincidentally have my air recycling system on.
Well, it sounds like you guys had quite an adventure.
It was. Oh, and there's some guy shooting at people when they come up. We need to talk to someone about that.
The child. The little kid.
Somebody's shooting at people? Near the castle?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's super rude.
Super, super rude.
Apparently, they had a bunch of people on a caravan convoy, some trucks that got ambushed and killed, and they were coming back with supplies.
Oh no.
So they've been without help and without food. And the kid took it upon itself to meet some highway justice indiscriminately, apparently.
Very indiscriminately, because I don't know how smart he was to pick a fight with 3 of us, but it takes some cojones to shoot at a glitter boy with a rifle. A one-shot rifle, if I remember correctly.
Sounds brave, but stupid.
Good shot too. He hit me with that first round.
You are kind of a big target.
So there, maybe I did include the size bonus. You also think there was a little bit of the flavor of like a teenager given a rifle and left alone in the wilderness for a while.
Sure.
They probably didn't assume that you'd be able to figure out where the shot came from,
Right.
kind of a thing.
That always sounds well.
Right. You know, kids doing stupid shit.
I have a master's degree in that. Like, legitimately.
You get through your plate of poutine, and the doors to the commissary bust open. In runs Vaughn, the little kid, and he is like super all smiles. He's like, "Everybody, you're back! I heard you're back! I've been waiting." He comes and gives everybody a hug.
Very enthusiastic.
He's like, "I don't know you, but you're with them, so you're awesome. Legionnaires forever."
This is Vaughn. We helped rescue him when his village met some unfortunate circumstances.
He might be my aunt.
All
We're not sure
right.
yet.
I'll get down on one knee and shake his hand very
he's
politely.
That explains
Totally,
everything.
like the super enthusiastic, like
Very good to meet you.
pumping your hand crazy.
Yeah.
He's like, "Mom's okay, Mom's okay."
Oh, good.
Very good.
Oh.
Very good news.
She managed to survive. She was one of the people that escaped back to the castle. She's still recuperating. He goes on to explain, but she's going to be okay in the long run. It just takes a while to get over horrific demon fire burns.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh no, flamethrowers.
Yeah.
Wrong, bad guys.
Both are bad.
Right. Demon fire, flamethrower, the end result, pretty much the same.
For a normal human, yeah. It's about all they care about.
But he's super excited. He runs over and gets some poutine. He's like, "I've been eating this. You told me about it. It's awesome."
It is very good. It will make you grow big and strong.
The gospel of poutine.
Yes. Well, Vaughn, we're very happy to hear that your mother is all right. That is good news indeed.
Yes, very.
In the meantime, we actually saw a full-size dragon. Yep, she was all grown up and very large, and she even had a large egg. I'd never seen a dragon egg before, but it was a miraculous sight.
More dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be our friend too, or
Yep.
awesome?
She's got some things to take care of with her egg, but then she's gonna come here to the castle. Her name's Abby. She's very nice.
I'll keep an eye out. I've been working with the techno wizards in the workshop.
Oh,
My mom's
excellent.
getting better. We think we might try and stay on here.
Excellent. Well, you are very talented. I think you could have a fine future with the Techno Wizards.
Sorry,
Okay.
I got French fries stuck in my throat.
It's a great place. I'm glad you were able to get to safety.
Shortly afterwards, there's somebody installed a PA system. This totally
Ooh.
gives you the like, "Please report to the briefing room."
Back to work, I guess.
Well, that didn't last very long.
Well,
Well,
Vaughn, nice to meet you, but sounds like duty calls.
Yeah, no problem.
I was hoping to at least get a bath first.
Is anybody not going to make their way down there?
I will go in last.
Okay. I'm just curious if anybody wants to choose to
Not
not.
go. No.
I'll like lag way behind. If I see someone I know, I'll chat with them for a few moments. Oh, hey, how are you? It's good to see you again.
You know, stroll in with a plate of poutine.
No, probably not that far. But I'm definitely going to come in like a good minute after everyone
With a
else.
toothpick.
Right.
When you all finally get there, you see, hell, I left my book of that notes because I didn't think I needed them anymore at home. You see the sergeant guy that has been your dispatcher for a while.
Right.
Go back and watch episode 1 to learn his name.
Sergeant York?
Sure,
Wait.
now it is.
I don't think I have his name. I don't think I wrote that.
I
down.
bet
You
you
might
might
have it,
that.
yeah.
I might, or I might have given him a weird name. Who knows?
Is it Carlos?
It's what seems to ring a bell for me because I
Maybe.
listen to all these.
Honestly, it's just a complete blank in my head, so I got nothing.
Oh yeah, he was sassy, so I probably wrote his name down.
Oh, Bill just sent me a thing. He said, during the meal, Vaughn whispers in your ear, "Thank you for helping me. I told my mom how nice you were. Please take care of Tiffany. She needs a family now."
I got one too.
So Vaughn whispers that to me
Aw.
quietly.
During the meal, Vaughn tells you, "Family is really important. I hope you find a new mom in Dragon."
Did you see the chest plate?
Yes, I guess he's watching. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nick made a chest plate, an actual chest plate.
Yay!
So Cal will be with us always.
With his red paint.
Yeah. You mean his blood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's paint blood. It's
It's
fine.
not
the
Cal's
same thing.
blood.
No, it's
No,
not.
no.
That makes it
No,
okay.
it's demon blood. It's fine. Somebody else's.
Someone else.
I think it's the blood of the coalition guy
Yeah,
Yeah,
it said he shot point blank in the head.
brutalized when he took the armor.
Yeah.
No, because then after that we battled those dudes next to the cave, the demon,
The red
bumpy
lumpy
demon
dudes?
dudes.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Was it one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
like-
one of
Oh.
them. Because I was like, "Oh look, Mom, red paint."
Exactly.
So you get in there, and Sergeant guy that we'll remember later.
I can't remember.
He welcomes everybody back, and he kind of asks for a briefing of what happened. Is there anything that anybody's going to try and embellish or? Okay.
No, I am going to mention that medallion. No, we left that thing someplace, didn't we? Didn't we realize it was a tracking device, and or do we take it with us to have them figure that out?
I think we took it with them to have an expert take a look at it because I couldn't figure anything out
Okay,
about
all
it.
right.
But didn't
I think you brought it with you though.
did we? I thought we we took it, but didn't we leave it with the bikers so that it would be like tracking them?
No,
Okay,
no,
No,
no.
but that would have been a great idea.
Right.
That was a dream I've had since then. So that they're chasing this flock of crazy bikers.
Yeah, I was thinking like tying it to a bird's leg or something.
Yeah,
but
that's smart.
So
Right.
on his desk, we think it's a tracking device.
Didn't we do?
I detected a scent of magic on it, but I couldn't figure
Right.
out what sort of
Right.
spell was on it.
Right. You just knew it wasn't combat magic.
Right.
It
Yeah.
wasn't like fireballs or anything.
We're thinking someone here might be able to reverse the spell, so you'd find out who's on the other end and where they're at.
So if it's
That's a good
communications,
idea.
we might be able to get inside their loop.
So he scoops it up off the desk and drops it in a little pouch. Kind of crinkly. You think it might be foil lined,
Okay, all right.
just as a chance. But he thanks you for it, and he'll take it back to the
Aluminum foil
mages
will
and let them
protect you.
tinker with it. He lets you guys know that you're going to have 2 or 3 days R&R just to chill and figure out if there's anywhere in particular you're interested in headed.
Sergeant, it looks like the castle needs to step up patrols in the area. There was apparently a convoy, a local convoy that was attacked and destroyed, and it left the remaining residents in the area antsy and prone to fire at passersby on the main road.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it took a pot shot at me.
Oh. Well, we can get out there.
Yeah, he didn't mean much by it. I think he was just a youngin' with a little bit too much time on his hands and a firearm. But it would be nice if we can support the people around so they didn't feel like they need to shoot at whoever goes by.
Absolutely, absolutely. We'll send out the next Goodwill patrol,
Excellent.
because that's one of the patrol options, is like ambassadorial duties.
Options.
Yeah. Would you like to know more?
Yes.
So yeah, we're happy to do that. They hadn't heard at the castle about the convoy that got destroyed, because you guys hadn't been back yet to talk about it.
Tell everybody.
But they can certainly send out some supplies, some relief stuff, and some medical supplies, and some clothes.
Great.
That kind of stuff, no problem. But yeah, he's happy to give you the run of the place for the next couple of days. If you want to do some target practice, if you want to work on some magic, learn some stuff, consult with people, whatever you're interested in doing, i.e. choosing your advances over the next couple of days.
Oh, I'll also tell him about Abby and that she's going to be coming to the castle.
Okay. He's like, that. Good to know. It's usually not a great sign.
Oh yeah, my dragon friend is coming.
Inviting her for a sleepover.
Yeah, she might be coming for a sleepover. It's up to her.
We'll see.
She's got a kid. She can't really hang out as much.
Yeah. Really changed since then.
Like, as soon as it hatches, it'll be great, because then they just fly up, do their own thing.
It's really tied down by that egg right now.
I want to go to the motor pool
Okay.
and see if they have any like spare trailer parts that they could adapt a lowered trailer with smaller wheels, not truck size,
Sure.
that could go on the back of our flatbed,
I don't see why not.
that can carry an enormous amount of weight.
What kind of enormous amount of weight?
Me and my suit.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And you need to drill 4 holes.
Yeah, that's something you can make with
Okay. They can rig something. Yeah, yeah. It'll probably be like a reinforced one of those wire mesh
Okay, that
kind of a
perfect.
trailers, that kind of a thing. But they can make some spots for you to like stick your feet in,
Excellent.
kind of a thing. With like, I still would recommend they'll make the holes for your reinforcement poles to shoot through, but like, if you tried to shoot without those, you probably wouldn't fall off because you're still locked into the trailer with your feet.
Right.
But I don't know if the trailer hitch is going to put up with that kind of.
Oh, I'm assuming
Jostling about or whatever.
I would actually have them make it so that it's breakaway, so it doesn't like pull frame rails off of the truck. Or anything like that.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Make that the weak spot.
Right. So
it's for an emergency.
they can get to working on something like that.
Okay.
Sure. Then it gives Tiff more room to spread out on the back of the truck.
Right. Yeah.
Yay.
So each line is 2 skills. Is that correct?
It's 2 skills as long as they're below the associated attribute.
Right. Or one skill.
One
if it's
skill
over.
if it's over or equal to
Got it,
the associated
okay.
attribute. Or you can take
okay.
a new edge with it,
Okay.
Or you can
Or-
take a skill at a D4.
or learn a new skill at D4.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
But you guys can kind of
Yeah.
tinker with that and think about it. You're all now into the seasoned rank. So if you haven't, or you can upgrade an attribute. That's the last thing you can do.
I've already done that.
You did that in the first set,
Yes.
but you're into the second
Oh,
set.
we are. Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, at the end, your last upgrade should be
has
marked
an
with an
S.
S.
Yeah,
And
got it.
once you're past there, you can upgrade another
Okay.
one.
All right.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Can you hand me a pencil?
Yes. Pencil.
Thank you.
Side-eyed.
Yes.
Since I just have the one, Indiana will come more fully into his physical potential. So I'm taking the breed advantage, vigor.
Nice.
Nice. Cool dog stuff.
Yep.
So you,
Are those different depending on what kind of dog you are?
There's a couple that are specific that you can choose, like water breed gives you a swimming bonus, fast breed gives you extra pace. The breed advantage that are just listed as the attributes actually let you break the rule that you can only approve an attribute once per rank, because I can take one as a breed advantage and then one as a regular update for the next. So the dog boys, in theory, have a huge upper potential for all their stats.
Cool.
Does it let you break the D12 line?
12 plus 2.
Okay.
Or it might be plus 1, but it's a D12 plus the way it would for everything else.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, you guys are doing that. Anybody else have any requests for the staff of the castle?
I don't think so.
Do we have any indication where it is they're going to send us, or are they going to literally leave that to us?
They'll leave it up to you if there's anywhere that you heard anything about on your trip or you might be interested in visiting. They'll come up with something if you don't have something like that in particular. But just as a courtesy for your success and the fact that things have been going well, unfortunately Garnet Town didn't pan out because the town got assaulted by the coalition. But you guys have done a good job making friends out there. You've been successful on your missions. So,
is there a culture liaison or someone who I would talk to if I wanted to establish a museum?
Ooh.
Because I brought back that big diorama from Columbus and all the history books and stuff.
I'm sure that they can start setting up something like that. There probably isn't one yet. There's like library facilities, sort of a thing.
Probably where I'd want to start.
And then, there's a famous figure in the world called Erin Tarn, who does support Castle Refuge, and she's kind of like a adventurer / chronicler of everything she sees, and it just kind of compiles stuff. She also works with a very, very old and very, very powerful dragon named that kind of supports her on her adventures and stuff. So the castle has contact with her, so they do have a collection of important information and that kind of stuff. They don't really have like a museum, but they wouldn't be opposed to setting up something like that.
Cool.
Well, what I'm trying to do here is, look, there's a lot of history that's still out there. There's a lot of things that people don't know about. Everyone's back at like this subsistence level, and there's a lot of great ideas that we're missing. And I think that if we can expose people to them, if we can collect that history, if we can make a place where people can go, find out about what they're missing, what their past was, it's going to help us go farther into the future. It'll inspire people.
I think that's a very fine idea.
Absolutely. Look! I remembered! Trying to pull society out of the Middle Ages.
Yes.
That's what
I'm going to take the children's books that we rescued from the thing. I'm going to let Vaughn pick which one he wants. He gets to pick the first pick, and then the rest I'm going to give to the library.
All right.
It's good to know the Scroungers.
Yeah.
So, he totally is super stoked.
Okay. I figure some of them are a little bit older children's books, like.
Yeah. It's not all see, spot, run.
Right. Even if it was, it's probably a big deal, but.
Well, yeah, but
yeah.
I'm sure there was a mix of stuff.
Right.
So he's excited.
Cool.
Maybe you give him one of the what is that, Rick Riordan guy with the Greek mythology series thing that I can't remember.
The Percy Jackson stuff?
Yeah, it's the first one of those. You
Yes.
give it to him. He's
Okay,
super
there
stoked
you
to
go.
have something new to read.
Nice. Excellent.
Yeah. I didn't want to be stereotypical and just say it's Harry Potter.
No.
Who?
Right. There's probably already lots of copies of that because there were plenty
A lot.
in circulation. So even after an apocalypse, you could still find it places. I'm sure.
It's, actually, probably.
So our right now, I had 3
Okay.
raises. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can fill it up to the 25 line.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I took +1 to shooting, +1 to smarts,
Okay.
and I took command,
Okay.
which gives everyone in the party a +1 to their spirit roll to unshake.
Okay, cool.
When you're in range.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Fabulous. Pick any stuff.
Yeah.
So the auto body guys get to work on working on a trailer for you. And they say a couple of days they could probably have it
Okay.
together before you're due to leave.
Is there like a map room or something?
Yeah, I mean there's
Okay. I want to go to the map room and talk to the cartographer or whoever.
I can probably tell you because I printed out a tiny copy. You all have space in the barracks, by the way. That's where
Okay.
we're going to hole up for the night. It's a several levels structure.
I've got one with a balcony, right?
Yeah.
I think we just decided that so I can fly in.
Yeah. Well, you probably have a room higher up.
Yeah.
There's actually, well, they actually call it the Castle Refuge Airy, so they probably give
Oh,
you
okay.
space up there
Cool.
as a courtesy.
Yeah. It's like
Um,
perched dramatically on the top of the.
There are logistics offices.
So we're seasoned at 25, right?
Yep.
Yes,
Okay,
move
got it.
into season there.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd say that it's probably the logistic office
Okay.
that has all that kind of stuff. That you can head over there.
I want to go over there and.
Is there a particular place that you're looking for? Or?
I'm looking for some place that would be interesting to go.
Okay.
And if I don't, they have like a big maps on the wall.
Yeah.
I'll look, and if I see something that has an interesting name or something, I'll
Okay.
inquire. If I don't, I'll ask them. And
Where it looks like, are you looking for somewhere that's seen a lot of action? Or are you looking for? Okay. Well, I don't know. Yeah. So, they kind of highlight a couple areas for you to talk about, like down southwest of here into Texas, Coalition State Lone Star and the Pecos Empire. There's tensions there, that kind of thing. They haven't really expanded out that direction too much, because the farther you go into Texas, the closer you get to the whole vampires thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they're bad news.
Right.
Luckily, there's a river, so. The other area that they kind of have some stuff marked is up north, like way above the coalition states, is where the whole they're called the Zytikics aliens. They sort of build giant termite hives, and they're these flying aliens that just kill anybody they see, like outsiders, aliens, all that whole thing. But they've taken over a big chunk of like Minnesota and into, I think it's Minnesota. I don't remember. The map's upside down over there, but it's fine.
Okay.
They're up north, and the coalition's dealt with them, but they're very insidious and they're strong and a big deal. So seeing some of them is bad news. So they want to try and send some scouting missions up there to keep an eye on what's going on, that kind of stuff.
is that something that a small force probably couldn't handle?
You wouldn't be able to like exterminate them or anything, but you could certainly scout it out and deal with, because they keep building out.
Right.
So they send probably, it's like a queen scenario out to a new area and build a new hive and
Right.
that kind of a thing. So you could stop some of the new growth. You couldn't just charge into the middle and be like, we kill you all.
Right.
But that kind of a thing. And as always along the way everywhere, who knows?
Right.
Especially because that's, again, another fairly long journey. So the farther away you get from the castle, the less info they have
Right.
on what's going on up there. But the rest of the evening passes, you see some friends, and everybody wants to buy you a beer or whatever, whiskey, or there'll probably be a fair amount of bourbon
Yeah.
in the area. The
I want to visit with my adopted family,
sure,
Melissa and Max Danridge.
just to stop in and say
Yeah,
hi,
yeah. Just-
have dinner,
yeah.
hang out, kind of a thing.
I'm just feeding you backstory stuff right now.
That's cool. I'll ask for it again because I'm not going to write it down.
No worries. I'll send something to you.
If somebody's about to kill them, I'll ask their names again.
Okay, cool.
But for now, they're safe. Don't worry.
Goodbye then. I hope I never see you again because it means you're probably in peril.
I'll come visit when I'm here. But if for some reason you come up other than that, it's a bad day.
Yeah.
Not to be that GM. It's like, yeah, you want to give me some backstory?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Everything you write down is just fuel for the fires. But the evening passes. You guys all head to bed eventually. You know, you've been on the road a long time, so relaxation is a good idea. And you all have, like, private rooms. It's not, when I say it's like a barracks, it's not Full Metal Jacket where you're all in
Right.
bunks down a big long room, and then you've got separate
Yeah.
quarters anyway.
Actually, while Indiana does have a separate room, he does prefer to find like a common area to sleep in because he likes the feeling of other people who he can trust around him,
That's
like a pack.
there are some like recruit barracks kind of a thing that you could totally
Cool.
find a spot.
All right. He probably then sets up a bunk down there as well when he feels like he wants the company.
You probably get a little bit of weirdness from the new recruits because they don't know you. You've been out
Sure.
a long time. They don't really know you, and just like some random dog boy shows up and camps in the corner of the room. They're like, is this going to be a thing? Like, what do we have to do about this? But the drill sergeant probably tells everybody, this guy's a legionnaire. Any of you give him crap, you're going to hear from me.
Well, and Indiana is very friendly.
Sure, sure. But there's that whole mentality of
Sure.
others.
No, I look like the enemy, or an enemy.
I know that feel.
At least sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
The night goes on. Sometime in the wee small hours, everybody can roll a notice check.
I have noticed. This was with
I
smarts.
also have that.
You're all sleeping, though. I will say that everybody's asleep. Nobody's.
Oh, I'm a heavy sleeper.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
You do. You get nothing. You're just out for now.
That's one of the hindrances I have.
Oh, I
Wanna-
forgot. I forgot.
Sure, thank you.
I got 2 6s.
If we don't have it, it's a D4 minus
Minus
2,
two.
right?
Mhm.
My best is
Two.
Your 4 explodes.
Your
Oh,
four
yeah,
explodes.
that's right. 6,
You got a four.
Four.
4.
My best is 10.
Okay.
7.
All right.
Yes.
So, Stu, you hear like almost like a weird crunching noise that wakes you up,
What direction is it coming from?
like from out your window. You get out there and you look, and the courtyard's lit. It's not like crazy stronghold with moving lights outside or like a prison, but it's lit up enough. And you hear a couple more like noises. You look down, you don't see anything on the building you're in. Same thing, you look up,
Okay.
you don't see anything there. But shortly, like a couple of seconds later, you see this big gleaming head thing like peek over the outer perimeter wall, and kind of take a look around. And you see at that point, you see a couple of the guards that are down in the courtyard. That one of them runs over and he hits an alarm button.
Okay.
And then the thing, as soon as the alarm kicks off, the thing leaps over the wall, and I'll show you what it looks like in just a second.
Okay.
With a 7, you didn't hear like the crunchy noises, but like you're not sleeping very heavily, so as soon as the alarm kicks off, you're, yeah. you're good, especially because you were like in the big barracks. You didn't have like a big window
Right.
kind of a thing.
I'm running to the motor pool.
Sure. You start making your way down there.
I had a nice bath before bed.
You
I
were quite relaxed.
super
A
asleep.
glass of wine.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the same thing, you still made a success, so you wake up with the beginning of the alarm.
Okay.
And then you're going to be out for like a round
Okay.
after the alarm's going.
I'll
Such a
eat some more
teenager.
poutine.
You'll get the like stupid
5 more
alarm.
minutes, Mom. 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
It's not time to get up yet.
Stu left right when I'm about to use the book and show the awesomeness.
He's
That's okay because I lost the page that I was on anyway.
That's okay. You can still tell him.
So when the alarm goes off, I want to quickly try and scope outside and see what's going on.
You get over to the window and you look out, and you can see there's a couple of guards out there and you actually start to hear some small arms fire at this point. They're shooting at something. From the angle you're at, you can't quite see what it is yet, but you see a couple of guys in there, obviously aiming down the courtyard, firing at it.
Okay. Then I'll run back and put my armor on.
Sure.
It sounds like it's serious.
The thing that you see that leaps over the wall
Oh, holy shit!
is super metal.
That is
That is
super
super
metal.
Is there someone?
Wow.
Is there someone riding on top of it?
Yes, there's absolutely someone riding on top of it.
That's like a beautiful elf man riding some crazy
Is a lady.
cyborg. Oh, well, pretty. Okay.
Well, elf man.
She's a
We're not here to judge.
That's what we were fighting, or is attacking.
Those of you that have played
she's
Rifts
totally
in the
got boobs,
past,
Sorry. I didn't look closely. Like large boobs.
It's like
and
something
nipples.
out of heavy metal.
It really
Right.
is.
Yeah,
Seems
yeah.
like a lot of this game is. Maybe that's just our flavor of play.
this is artwork from
okay with
1990. That tells you a little something
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the era.
That makes
No,
sense.
it's a little flashback towards my teenage years.
Those of you that are watching that have played Rifts in the past, you might recognize what it is, but don't just blurt it out in the chat room yet.
It's too late.
None
I
of
bet
us
it's
are
too
watching
late.
the chat room anyway.
Yeah, we're not in the
We're
window.
not, but that's true. We'll be okay. You guys can talk about it. Ha! We,
the benefit.
we have somebody else doing that for us. That's our buffer.
Yes. Thank
Um,
you, Rob. I'm finishing off the poutine because
Do the thing.
then I can't eat it
Finish it.
anymore.
Once it's all gone, then it's all good.
I'll take Zach.
They have burgers and sausages and stuff too. Yeah, it's not just poutine.
That is a waste.
Why?
Well, I'm just saying. Kids are weird. Sometimes they don't want to
Zachary
try
will
new
try
stuff.
everything.
Okay.
He'll try everything.
That's super weird.
Yes, but he will try any new food. He'll try it. Doesn't always like them, but he'll always try it.
That's good.
That's
That's
pretty
fair,
cool.
Yeah. That was always the rule in my house growing up. Was like, I don't care if I put the most disgusting looking stuff in front of you. You're gonna take 2 bites.
Right.
And at the end of your 2 bites, if you claim you don't like it, you don't have to eat any more if you don't want. But by God, you're going to try this food.
Sat
Which-
there for 3 hours one time.
Oh, I did.
I was
did
never
that.
like that.
Refusing to eat it. Nope. And that was at preschool. My teachers were finally just like, screw it, throw it away. Like, we don't care. Stop. Just go and find the other kids.
That was a
It
long
only gets
stretch.
better when it
That's
gets cold.
tenacious, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
They failed to realize I had ADD, so it was super entertaining to sit there. And I had forgotten about it for a big chunk of that time. And then every time they walk back in, oh yeah, I remember I'm mad about this. Yeah, it makes it much easier to be angry as a kid. You're super distracted by everything.
So,
Also, I'm stubborn. I don't know if you've noticed that.
it's good. You practiced early.
Yeah, I know.
If you can hold up preschool teachers for 3 hours.
Uh-huh.
But, you're running downstairs.
Yes.
You're getting your armor on.
Yep.
So we'll say that takes a round or so.
Probably the same. I'm probably getting my armor on.
Okay. You're getting redressed.
Don't you just summon yours, or do you have other armor that you wear as well?
She has legit armor.
okay.
Armor. It can be augmented by the the other.
The other, yeah. And I also have a trademark weapon. Very exciting.
But that's
What a
pretty
fancy
easy to.
name.
No, I'm
show
just
up.
saying. I was excited because I really because I'd made my character, and then second session I was like, oh, it'll be called Steel Magnolia because that's hilarious. And then I went back and I was like, oh, that's actually a thing I can take. So it's exciting.
Everybody
it's all
knows.
coming together. Yeah.
That's your deal.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll fast forward around.
Okay.
Um,
While we're getting dressed.
Everybody's getting dressed. You see some other troops, guys running outside, and you actually hear some of the perimeter defense weapons coming online. Because around, if you look on the sort of sketch of the castle,
This one?
This is
different
level
levels,
1.
yeah.
I think
Okay.
that's.
I think there's a ground floor one actually.
Yeah.
Basements.
Is that?
It's probably that one there. No, it's level 2.
Is this,
Level
is it
2.
under
Probably
here?
this
Oh,
one.
ground.
Ground. That is
Oh,
ground.
got it.
Ground.
But there are actually turrets around the edge.
Mm-hmm.
The castle is pretty well defended,
Gonna put
you
that
know,
over here so you can
historically.
see.
It's pretty well put together. There's a decent array of magical and technological defenses.
This
So they're
is
fairly prepared to
level 1.
fight off stuff.
some poutine on it. I'm sorry.
But those perimeter guns are starting to fire. Just a little higher.
There you go.
Success.
It's hard to dress in dragon.
I get stuck on everything.
You do hear, as you're running downstairs, you hear some more crunch noises.
Oh.
And you hear the noises of like the hand weapons that the guys that were out there were holding. And then you actually heard the perimeter guns fire before. You hear some of them like the charge up noise and then a
Right.
blast kind of a thing. But you hear a different gun sound that sounds kind of like a really loud shotgun.
Okay.
Like a weirdly loud shotgun.
Okay.
Not deafening, terrible blasts like you do, but still much louder than everything else.
Okay.
And as you get down to the ground floor, you start to hear some people screaming and the sounds of combat fully joined. Let's do cards.
Okay. Yay, cards!
You shuffled last time, so you're
I
off the
did.
hook
Thank
this time.
you. Thank you. Everybody's excited that I don't ever have to shuffle again like a 5-year-old.
Can you not shuffle?
I'm terrible at shuffling.
Oh.
I passed the cards to her, and I was like, just shuffle these. And she's like, you want me to what? Excuse me?
Not a life skill I have. Like, I did okay. I was like,
It was
the
fine.
corners. It was
Now
a
there's
little-
is this shuffling or is this riffling? Because they're two distinct
That's-
things.
They are.
I don't know.
I don't
I've
remember.
I
always
don't
done
remember
that
which is
as
which.
shuffling, but I claim.
I think this is riffling.
Yeah,
No,
riffling. That's riffling.
Right.
Yeah, I can do
okay.
that. That's
I think I'm not
very
positive.
specifically something that I would get mocked for.
I
in
bought a
camera,
book on
so-
card control that I never actually read.
At one point, I saw a show with the guy that's like has the world record for the fastest throws.
Oh yeah.
Like he took the record from Ricky Jay.
Really?
How many cards do you want?
2.
2 cards.
Uh-oh.
A king.
Twos.
Could have been your king.
I've done terrible things to myself.
It's okay, I'm a 4.
It's better.
Very slightly. But I'm asleep.
What would you get?
I got 8 of clubs.
Oh, okay.
8.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say one of your powers
Uh-huh.
is the quickness power.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
That if you triggered it, but you got an 8, so it's,
Oh.
if you get a below an 8, you can't. You can just get a new card.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Isn't it 6?
I think with quickness it's an 8. With
Okay.
the edge,
What's the other one? Oh, okay. Oh, it's a power.
It's
Got
a-
it.
yeah.
Never mind.
I think I may
I
be
don't
wrong,
know.
but I don't know. Regardless, you got an 8, so it's high enough. So, did anybody get?
Jack of Diamonds.
Okay, so the king goes first, and something happens.
A
The,
thing
the king in
happens.
metal.
You hear more noises than Jack.
Show them again.
Oh, sure.
Now that I can see these things,
Don't show the
is
other
it-
page though.
oh, sorry.
It gives important information.
This is the thing.
In my
balloons.
travels and being all over the country, have I ever seen anything like this? Do I have any idea what this is?
How far have you ranged eastward?
We just kind of talked about it and gave it like a vague, I don't know. So
Well, you just tell me. I'm willing to go with whatever you
mid Tennessee.
Okay, then no, you have not seen these.
Okay.
The not the rider, but the creature, the big robotic looking bionic kind of horse monster thing. You roll a d20.
9.
Okay, you have not seen one of these before.
Okay.
There is a chance because some do range around, but no, you have not encountered. They're still pretty rare.
Okay. Then I'm going to stealth and observe and try and figure out what sort of weaknesses or anything this thing might have.
Okay,
You want a stealth check?
sure. Are you trying to sneak outside, or are you trying to stay in the building and like peer out the window?
Well, it's in our courtyard, right?
Yeah.
So I'm out of the barracks, so I can get a better glimpse of it.
Sure.
But then want to find a place where it's not. And what's the size on it? You said it was really big.
It's pretty large. Let me give you. The mount is about 10 feet tall,
Oh,
and then the rider is
DB size.
about
or-
another 8 feet, like
Okay.
big, not huge, but big. So top of the rider to the ground is a little under 20 feet.
Okay. So yeah, I want to run out into the courtyard and then find sort of an observation. Someplace I can observe it.
Okay. You can go out and there's some equipment piled around that you can sort of duck behind.
Okay.
That's not a hard thing for you to do. What'd you get on stealth?
Oh.
Oh.
3. So maybe not. I'm gonna Benny
or
that.
not.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
It's a good thing you set up that museum.
Yeah.
Yes.
8.
8. All right. So yeah, you totally managed to duck out the door. And your armor, what color is it?
It's blue with green accents.
Okay.
And it does have an outdoors camo, but that wouldn't be applicable inside here.
Right.
Yeah, but it's still like it can be dark enough since
Yeah.
it's night that you can kind of blend in with the shadows behind some equipment and stuff without a big problem. You don't think that it doesn't. The one that you can see here doesn't seem to have noticed you at all. You see, there's actually a second one farther. Now that you've gotten out and away from the building, farther down in the courtyard.
Okay. Are there any identifying marks on it? I mean, any coalition stuff? Any
No,
Federation of Magic stuff?
neither of the big groups that you see. In
Okay.
fact, they don't seem to have a lot of markings in general. It looks like it has some kind of a medallion center chest on the rider, but it's
Do I
pretty
smell
far to see.
magic or psych or psi?
No, you do not.
Okay.
Aside from just sort of the background hum of the castle,
Sure.
because there's a lot
Right.
here. So that was King 8, I think, is next.
Yeah.
Because you said you had a 4, right, Sam?
Yes, 4. Sorry.
So 8 is next.
So I'm going to head down there, and I am going to use my psionics to turn armor on my armor.
Okay.
Now
So
my,
that stacks.
yeah, so it stacks. So on my head, that like just gives my normal armor, which is kind of like a shiny kind of blue and black, like even a little bit more of a glow. So
All right.
it's just my personal narrative for everyone's benefit.
No, that's awesome. That's what people like to hear. They like to
Yeah.
hear, like, what does it look like? What is,
Yeah. Success. So what do I what do I roll for that? Oh.
Roll your d6 unless you've increased it for your psionics.
I don't think I did. I will need to do that. That's probably a good thing to do.
Yeah. I
So
usually-
2d6.
Yep.
4.
So you got a success.
Yay.
So it happens. But you don't get whatever the
I don't get
raise
the
benefit
raise, yeah.
is.
But it stacks on my regular armor, so.
Mhm. So you get increased toughness.
Excellent.
So that's a free thing, right?
Yeah.
Is that
No, that was not marked as free. It's not red.
Okay. Where do you want to...
I'm going to do that as I move.
Sure, you can
So-
totally do that.
Okay.
Where do you want to get to?
I'm heading probably straight towards where I hear the main part of the combat.
Okay. So you can get outside. You can't get like all the way up to it,
Right.
but you can get outside
And I
and
see it.
stand there and
Perfect.
you can see it.
Got it.
A 6. So the one that's closer to where you guys exit the building, it wheels around and fires this long, sort of, it looks almost like a lance, but it shoots apparently a blast that's got a big muzzle flash. But and like I described before, it sounds like a very loud shotgun.
Yeah.
And it just shreds a fool. Like one of the little guards that's out there been shooting at them. That guy is just looks kind of like what he did to Cal.
Okay.
Like
What
just,
Cal did to himself.
I really liked that last time. Like, I won't say this when that dragon is around, but the rest of you people, I'm tired of it. So yeah, that guy has no hope. But he wasn't armored in any way. He was just
Got
a
it.
dude in an overall with a rifle that was obviously just on perimeter guard duty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 6.
4 would be next.
4.
4. Do I wake up?
You totally, with the loud blasts of a couple of these loud shotgun noises that have gone off, you totally awaken.
Like, sleep
You-
out of my
yeah.
head. What?
And the alarm's
hell?
going off at this point now, so you're totally up and at 'em.
I'm up. I'm up. Everybody shut up. I guess I'll go like over the edge of the balcony and see kind of what I can see
Sure.
down there.
You get to the edge and you peek your head out and look down. Are you humanish or dragon?
Dragon.
Okay. So you stick your head out and look down. You don't even have to stick the rest of your body out.
Yeah.
And you see there's 2 of these big, shiny robot-looking things in the courtyard that seem to be engaged with some guards down there.
Those aren't supposed to be there.
You, at this point, see Arabella standing outside the front entrance of the building,
Okay.
but it doesn't look like she's engaged with them yet.
Okay.
And the last thing you see there is another one of these robot things, a third one, that's on the side of the castle. Like,
Oh.
it looks like it's just casually walking up, like Batman 66 style, just walking up the side of the building. And it doesn't look stressed out about that at all.
Okay.
Like, it's not struggling hard to pull itself up there.
Okay.
It happens to everybody.
Yes.
Especially when I try and be Adam West with my bomb I'm carrying.
Some days you just can't
Okay.
get rid of a bomb.
And where it is on the side of the building, it has apparently there's been some damage to the outside of the building where it is standing. So there's kind of some
Okay.
structural damage to the castle at that point. Yeah, be careful so you don't like elbow like or Charles Nelson Riley. That's
What problem make?
Am I in range to do anything?
You could probably. I'm sorry. Do you remember what the range is on your spitting fire?
Let's see. 48?
Yeah, you could totally reach that.
Okay.
The one on the side of the
one
building.
on the building?
Not the one all the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna spit fire at that guy.
Okay.
Get off my building. I'm trying to sleep here. Okay. Now I gotta remember.
Oh, I totally forgot to say.
But not yet. Next turn?
No. You can totally do that.
Okay.
The one on the side of the building doesn't have a person on it.
Oh, okay.
Are they shouting anything, communicating with each other?
They
that
don't
I can, that
seem
we
to
can
have
hear?
done anything that you can notice.
All right.
They're just crushing stuff.
Yeah. They look fairly impassive. They're not like angry combat face. They're just kind of sitting there. They seem fairly confident that whatever's out here they can crush, so they're not worried about it.
Okay. We'll see about that.
So you can take your shot.
All right, I'm gonna shoot at that guy. So shooting D10 and this time. Ooh, 10 explodes.
Nice.
Very
And
nice.
18.
So that is totally a hit with a raise.
Yay!
So you get the extra d6 in your damage roll.
Okay, so that means I get 5d6 mega damage.
I always want to say it with like the Truckosaurus.
That's terrible.
voiceover.
That is
Well, this is a
terrible-
6. Shush.
Okay, but still,
can
the
Benny
rest
it.
of the roll.
I know, but the rest of it's not good. But this is doing a thing.
9, 6, 15.
Okay. And then, also a 6.
Oh, and
21.
Master Vitter just redeemed help a player
23.
for Salmonella.
That's you.
That's you.
Oh, okay. I'm like, was he typing Samantha and it was autocorrect?
Salmonella.
Is
Do I have a new
Is that a
call
Benny
sign?
in this game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to use that one.
Thank
in
you,
the
Master
notes.
Vitter.
Salmonella. Got lucky. Very nice. Who is he talking about? What?
That's you.
Well, it was your turn, so I was like, is he trying
Yeah.
to help her with that terrible roll that just happened?
So you got 23?
23, yeah.
Okay. You hit it with the fire, and it does not seem that worse for wear. It sort of licks along its body. It was pretty chromy looking, so
Yeah.
Row. Row.
Yeah.
I prefer flammable enemies.
Can I get the flammable ones next time, please?
Where are the dried grass monsters?
Yeah.
Oh man, I would own those dudes.
Nicolas Cage, you got it. No problem. All right, so that was 4. Unless you wanted to take a additional action.
Oh,
You can't.
yeah.
You could like move. I'll say, because
Yeah.
you just stuck your head out and looked down. That's not a big thing.
Right, that's true. Okay, so where on this am I?
The big central building, way up at the top.
Way up at the top. Okay, and the dudes are kind of down here.
Yeah. Pick. Hang on.
Want some dice?
Well, no, I can just point for now. So it's the same organized layout in each
Yeah.
way. So you're in that giant building,
This one.
way up at the top, and we'll say that it's the side towards the front gate.
Oh, and this.
Yeah, the front gate. Yeah, that's the front gate side.
Okay.
So there are 2
On
bad
this
guys
side.
in that front courtyard, and the one is on the side of the building on that face.
Facing me. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna fly here, so I
Okay.
can see what's going on in the courtyard more, and because I just shot at that guy, and I probably want to get away from him a little.
Okay.
While I do that, can I comms the rest of the team?
Yeah.
Hey guys, there's 3 giant robots. Did you notice that?
I don't think they're robots, but definitely some kind of cybernetic enhanced individuals.
Yeah, they're not real flammable. Just FYI.
That's a good note.
So you take off. You can't get all the way. Like, are you planning to land, or are you planning to just hover over that?
Yeah,
tower?
I was gonna land on it.
Okay. You don't get all the way landed yet.
Okay.
You're in flight on the way to that tower. All right. Big 3.
Am I to my suit? Or am I to the motor pool?
It's gonna take you this turn to get
Okay.
to the suit.
All right. Where
Does
is the motor pool in relation to that courtyard?
It shows it on one of those.
Legion Motor Pool.
It is in the
Oh,
back.
way on the back side. Okay. All
So
right.
you know what? You can make it this
right
time.
here.
Okay.
Well,
all right.
it's
You're
not
there.
that far from where the barracks would be. I mean, the barracks are upstairs from
Yeah,
the
but-
armory.
Barracks
Yeah.
are like right here,
Yeah.
so you're
Yeah,
coming
but I'm talking to the
downstairs,
fight.
and you're coming down to here.
Right.
Yeah. So it didn't take you long to get there, but
Okay.
to jump in your armor and stuff and start
That's
to
this
move.
turn.
That's this turn. Yeah.
Bright Angel Online. I gave myself a call sign.
I actually missed what it was because it
What
kind
was
of
it?
Bright Angel.
Bright Angel.
All right.
Like Bright Angel Trail.
I got it. I'm gonna write it down.
Bless his heart.
I was inspired after eating a plate of poutine.
Well, I'm enjoying the progression of call signs that the group as a whole comes up with. So it's like Lost Dog, Bright Angel, and then Gravy Train.
Gravy train.
This is
I have to write
good.
that down. Gravy train. I'm gonna remember that.
Very cool. So you get into the armor and you start to move.
Okay.
I will say, what's your pace in the armor?
Pace 10.
Okay. So next round you can get out from the back of here and to a place where you can at least see the two in the front door.
Okay. All right.
All right. New cards.
New cards.
New cards. So if I cast quickness, not to replace my card,
Better.
does that take my turn this
Thank you.
time and then I get an extra card the next
Thank
time?
you. Is quickness a red spell?
No.
Barkin'
so yeah,
King.
it would take my turn this time. Ooh.
10.
Oh, he's standing on dynamite. That's a good sign.
Patoro.
Ooh, exploding.
5.
5.
Better than a 3.
It's
Yes.
better than a 3.
It's true.
All right.
We don't. There are no ties. I forget what it's. Reverse alphabetical.
Reverse
Reverse
alphabetical.
Because I screwed him with a 5 too.
No worries.
Right. So at the top is a king, I think.
Yeah, I got a 9.
Cool.
All right, so now I'm going to cast quickness. So, sorry, I'm getting used to this psionics power. With success in targets. This power grants incredible swiftness to the recipient. With a success, the target has 2 separate turns per round. So I get 2 action cards this next turn instead of 1 if I succeed.
Nice.
I'm not seeing what I rolled on.
Your D6. It's
Oh, the same thing?
activate
Oh,
as
every time?
psionics.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Anytime you want to use one of those powers,
It's
that's
all,
what you have to
okay,
do
got
first.
it. 5.
So that's a success.
Yay!
Woohoo!
So next turn I get 2 cards.
Okay.
Awesome.
Make them good cards.
I will do my damnedest.
To give you anything but a joker.
Right.
Yeah, the Joker will belong to me.
I am going to draw my sword, though. Can I do that too?
Yeah.
Or- okay, so I'm going to draw my sword and do the quickness.
Do you want to approach?
Yeah. I'll start. But like I'm doing like the slow, badass, assess the situation walk.
I'm probably fucking that up again.
Am I not allowed to walk?
No, I'm. It's the drawing weapon thing.
Oh, yeah.
I've messed it up like 5 times, and I've messed it up in different ways every
Well,
time.
why don't I just... I'll
Whatever.
just dramatically draw my sword then while I'm casting
Okay.
the quickness on myself.
All
I
right.
won't walk.
So we're safe then. So that's 10. Then
That was king.
10 is next.
Okay.
The one that you've seen on the side of the building.
Yes.
You can see that it swings its head around and it watches you fly, and it will take a shot at you. Okay. Pew. Pew. Cool.
Playing my new songs.
I was just unprepared for it. That's all. Whew.
Oh my god. That was amazing.
So it sort of pivots its shoulder,
Yeah.
and from one of those shoulders lances out a like super bright laser beam.
What the hell?
Laser shoulder?
And it hits you sort of right at the forearm joint.
Ow. Rude.
It does not shake you in any way.
Okay.
The damage is not enough, but it hit you.
Laser shoulder. Super weird.
You need to go see Baby Driver. I was thinking about your
Yikes.
character during Baby Driver.
Oh yeah. What's
Is
Baby
it good? I've been.
Oh my
looking
god,
forward
it's
to
so
it.
amazing. I saw it twice in 2 days.
What is it?
It's about this young kid who he's a getaway driver he listens to music as like I don't know, his way of being like this savant.
Times everything
Yeah.
to music. And
It's
okay.
amazing.
everything was-
But it's very cool. I don't want to give too much away.
It's like Hudson Hawk, but with driving.
No. It's
not.
Edgar Wright's new movie.
Yeah.
Wrote and directed.
So good.
Shaun of the Dead,
Oh, okay. All right.
Hot Fuzz,
Yeah.
all that.
Is it part of that
No,
cycle? No.
I don't think
No,
so.
not at all.
Not
no.
the Coronet
But
trilogy.
it's like your
Yeah.
character with like music, except
Good
he's
call.
good at his job. He doesn't kill people generally, and then he has good music.
I only kill those who deserve killing.
It's true.
Hey.
That wasn't my fault.
He killed himself.
That was suicide.
SGB. Suicide
By
by
Glitter
Glitter
Boy.
Boy. All right. So
Okay.
that was the number 10.
Laser shoulder. Ooh, number 9.
Number 9.
That's me. Okay. So I'm hovering here, he's there. And these two, the ones in the ground have people on them, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
And the one there on the wall has a saddle, but no people.
Uh-oh.
It looks the same robot thing as the
How
guy.
big's the saddle?
It's not big enough for your dragon form.
Damn it.
You're bigger than it is. Like but it's in the same range of size as you.
Okay.
So I'm not messing up the size differences.
That still gives me something to grab onto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly at it and try and land on its back.
And just like
And
rip it
then
down off the wall.
Just, try and jam my dragon claws in it and rip some robot stuff out.
Nice.
Awesome.
I want to do that.
Yeah, you land on the side of the building and like a cat with your back legs.
Yes. Okay, so what would that be? Fighting?
Yes,
Okay. I think I upgraded that. Okay.
because that is a straight melee attack.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that would be with my claws.
And I think you have stats for damage on your claws.
Yes. I do. Oh, that's not very good, is it?
5.
5. Is it 5 success? No.
Benny.
Let's try that again.
What's your fighting
Ah,
die?
8d8.
Okay.
Even worse.
Well,
One more.
Sometimes you get the chrome robot beast. Sometimes the chrome robot beast gets
Let's change that one out. Okay, one more time.
you. Tell it what's what.
Double 5s.
I'm verklempt.
Destiny.
no.
So you swoop in, and it's actually a lot more agile than you kind of thought.
Okay.
All
It-
3 times.
Like as you
Apparently.
kind of get in there to swipe at it, it's got kind of sticking off its back around the
Uh-huh.
saddle. There's like 4. They look like spines, kind of. But as you get in and try and strike at them, they're articulated and they like
No.
bat at your hands, so you can't
Well, that's
get a
not
good
fun.
hit.
Okay.
They're gonna mess up your nails.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't like fail, so it didn't mess up your nails,
Yeah.
but you're okay.
If you failed, your manicure would be like.
Oh yeah,
Trash.
totally shit.
But then you would go into berserker mode, right?
Oh.
You made me break it down.
Okay, so as a kid, one of my favorite movies was this obscure Disney film called The North Avenue Irregulars. And it was about a bunch of church ladies that go after like a gambling ring in their town, but they all drive and like they're trying to chase down the guys that are running numbers and stuff in the town. And like it's Cloris Leachman and a couple, but like, at one point Cloris Leachman just finishes at the nail salon and has to jump in her like big old Lincoln. You know that Lincoln, the big long 70s
Right, yeah.
Lincoln with like
Yeah.
the tire in the back? So she's in that and she's driving like with just her palms. And then like she ends up getting in a car crash and her fingernails get stuck to the dashboard and she pulls it back and they're all messed up. And she's just looking over at the bad guy next to her that also crashed and she's just going. Like, oh my god.
I can do that.
Amazing.
Such a good, weird movie.
You're dead.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that was that.
Okay.
That was 9.
Yeah.
Now we're down to the double 5. So it's a 5 of.
I have a diamond, and he has a. What do you have?
I
Club?
have the club, so I'm after you.
Diamonds first.
First. I'm gonna basically try to move to however far I can.
You get over there and you got line of sight
Okay.
to one of them.
But I have to take next round. I take a shot.
You can take a shot.
Oh, I'll take a shot.
Can I borrow that
I
book?
have to anchor though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does that take a whole action?
I don't remember.
Do you need to look that up first?
It's not in that book.
Oh, okay.
I got it here. You cannot move and fire the boom gun on the same round.
Okay.
So you had to move to get here.
anchoring. Right.
And you're now anchoring yourself, and you'll be ready to fire next turn.
All right.
Cool.
Aim.
Okay. Aiming at.
I'm aiming at one of the large things, specifically its weapon arm.
Okay.
It's
like a held
lance
weapon
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, totally.
What I'm going to do after I aim a couple of rounds is go for the disarm maneuver. Am I at any bonus for size difference on these things?
Yeah, they're large, so you'll get +2.
Okay, so I'm already at +2, and then plus
And
another
then
2 for the
aim, yeah.
turn of aim so far.
Hmm?
Okay.
Cool. So you're lining up your laser rifle.
Nope. That's
Two
the
cards.
lowest.
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry.
Shockingly enough.
That's a wasted jack.
Gimme.
Yay.
And you get the second one. That's just slightly better. Clean. You also get the ace.
Uh-oh.
Damn it.
And I get the ace. I get the ace of hearts.
The
Ace of spades.
You have the ace of spades.
I do. Yeah. All right. So ace of spades, totally first. Just that one riff.
Right.
That's all you need to identify the song.
Dun, dun.
Either that or it's the beginning of, like, Unsolved Mysteries.
Right.
The ace of spades will go. Let's see. I'm going to roll for this. Where the hell did, there it is. And you see one of them, the one that's down the way from you, that you first one that you could aim at. It pivots up and takes a shot at one of the peripheral gun turrets. And again, this loud, big muzzle flash.
Oh, is that the shotgun sound I heard?
Yep.
Okay.
It hits the turret that has just sort of finished turning around to aim down into the courtyard, and just blasts it apart. Like, just wrecks the turret.
Okay.
And the other one is gonna take a shot. Let's see. First, they're gonna try and notice something. All right.
I thought that was exactly what was in my head. So I was sitting there.
What's your toughness?
My toughness?
Oh.
Ooh.
10,000. Say it's 10,000.
It's a lot. 28.
20. Okay. One of the ones down in the courtyard has noticed your flapping flying around.
Okay.
And wheels around and takes a shot with one of these big shotgun things. And it hits you really hard in the back.
Ow.
But not hard enough that you're shaking.
Okay. Very close. Okay. Note to self, get out of the way.
Is she as graceless when climbing on walls as Harry Potter dragons?
No.
Okay.
Well, she's flying.
Oh, she's flying.
I'm not climbing. and
Okay.
stuff, Yeah.
How bourgeois to climb a wall.
And that was just the Norwegian hornback.
That's
I mean,
true.
the other
That's true.
dragons might be graceful.
That's
we
true.
don't know.
That's true.
Definitely
But the Norwegian
not.
hornback was klutzy as well.
Is that the one that was in the basement at the bank?
No, that's
No.
the one that Harry has to fight in the Goblet of Fire.
Yeah, that's crawling along the turrets.
I only know that because when I was in the hospital for the snake bite, it was one of the movies that was on.
Well,
So I just watched it like a month ago.
that's Goblet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've seen all the Harry Potter movies. I've never been that invested in them because I tried to read the first book when it first came out because I had friends that were like, "You gotta read these, they're amazing," and I was like, "This is not."
See,
No.
I started with Goblet of Fire
That's what I started with.
because I saw the first 2 movies. Like, I should read these. They're good. And I started with what the next book would be.
I'm sure I'll read them with my kids. I just didn't catch me.
Goblet of
The first
Fire is
book.
kind of where the story starts to take off. That's where all the dark stuff starts happening. You learn about the Death Eaters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right. So that was the ace. Anybody higher than the queen?
I have an Ace of Hearts.
Oh yes.
Ace of Hearts.
Do I get a bonus because of their size?
No, you're the same size.
11.
11
To
is
hit.
totally a ranged hit. Yeah.
Boom. Okay.
Yeah.
It's with,
With
the
a
raise,
raise.
right?
So you get an extra
That means
D6.
I get a D6.
4d12 plus a d6.
4d12 plus 4 plus a D6. That was even shittier than your roll.
Wow.
Good job.
It's a theme.
11, 14, 22, 25, 26, 30.
Very important question.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it does the whole area, so I guess it wouldn't matter. Okay.
Were you aiming for the person or for the thing? Or for the
Right.
beast?
That's why I was going to ask.
But-
It's-
I'm
you know,
aiming for center of
aware.
mass.
Kind of there-ish region.
Which one was that?
It'd be this one. Because I'm,
Right,
I'm
because he
coming
came
around
running
the corner.
around.
Okay, so that's not the one that I'm looking at, though, right? So I'm not like in his.
that is the one that's sort of closest to where you are.
All right, so that's
but
the
you're
one I'm
not
looking
right
at.
up
Right,
there
okay.
yet. Yeah, so you're not in the
So he's
range
not
of.
murdering me at this
She's right
moment.
here.
That's helpful.
Not to scale. Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Ah,
I'm way up there.
Super epic, and it's clear like
Yep.
magic.
Oh wait.
Yeah, we have to turn it over there. And up
Put those two next to the
A little
that
higher.
die.
next to this die. Okay.
Yeah.
This is our
Oh, I get a
super-
wound. I wounded him.
You the rider takes what appears to be a more serious hit.
Okay.
Kind of knocked sideways in the saddle. Doesn't completely dismount, but is clearly blasted back. And the creature, you can see that its head flies over and kind of impacts with the ground with the force of the blast.
Excellent.
The many uses of drinking utensils.
Yep. Yes.
Flying dragon.
Awesome. Anything
That
else you
was
want to
it.
do?
I can't do it.
Well, I mean, you
Uh,
could talk, or you could unmoor and
I'll unmoor and then
to move.
because
it
I can
around.
only see one right here, right?
You can only see the one right here.
Well,
Yeah, you have to get a little farther to see.
I'm not
either
gonna
of them.
unmoor. I'm gonna stay moored.
Okay. All right. So that was anything else higher than a queen?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. The one that you're hovering next to,
Yeah.
it kind of leans over, and the other shoulder starts to glow,
Uh-oh.
and then it belches out a stream of like superheated plasma at you. But I think you're immune to that.
Nasty.
If it's
'Cause you're
something
immune to
hot, yeah,
magic.
usually.
Fire, plasma, lava.
Fire,
Fire.
even magical fire, you're immune to.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not. It is not enough to wound you in any way, but you are bathed in fire.
Shoulder barfed some fire at me. Okay, thanks. Thanks, wall robot.
Kind of the noise of like a jet engine spinning up, and then it just kind of a thing. And there is one of these 8-foot-tall warrior women people that like knocks out some of the facing of the building and like leans out and is clearly like reaching to grab onto the
Oh.
From
thing
from inside one of our
from
buildings.
inside the building. Yeah.
Oh,
I was wondering.
So she's got a hand on it, but she's not on it yet.
Okay. Suspicion confirmed.
And that's the queen going
Aim.
down.
Okay.
8.
On the jack.
Oh, you got the jack.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ready.
but I aim, so go ahead.
Aiming again. All right. You are aimed quickly.
That's
And then that's 8.
8 and 7. Me. So I will. Well, I have my sword out, so I guess I'm gonna rush and attack the 8-foot tall. Oops.
And you're
my
super fast.
warrior woman. I'm super fast. So I'm gonna hit her with my steel magnolia. Let's see. 6. No, okay.
No.
No.
It's
Oh wait, no.
it's
Actually,
still-
wait. I have
do
a
you have any
plus 1.
pluses?
Yes, I have a plus 1 for my trademark weapon, which I just got done talking about. So that would be 7.
Still not.
Still no. Bummer.
wanna
Nope.
try
That's all I
again?
got. Yeah.
Excellent. Spend them all on offense.
Ah. Worse. Damn it.
I have found invincible opponents for you all to fight.
No. This is the dice tonight. Okay.
So now for your 7 action.
Yeah. I was gonna just do the same thing, but now that I completely failed that, yeah, I guess I'll try again. Because there's no way I'm not gonna say that out loud. Never mind. I was gonna say something, and I'm not gonna jinx it. It'll be fine.
Cool.
So 5. Nope. All right. So whoosh and whoosh.
But you
And completely failed my.
harry it
Yeah.
a bit.
Thanks.
Well, it had just been shaken by a big impact. That was really
That's right.
loud, sorry.
Oh yeah. Okay, it's shaken. I forgot about that.
But that still doesn't affect the parry
No.
amount.
She looks at you and says, "Who you calling Harriet?"
Right.
All right, so that was 8 and 7.
Wasted
6, 5, 4.
4.
Yay!
Hang on. Dragon needs beer.
Quattoro.
Okay. So that lady just stuck
Make
her
a
head out
notice.
of the wall. Notice. Okay. Noticing things. Yeah. 5.
Okay. The woman leaning out and starting to climb onto the thing on the side of the wall
Yeah.
is holding like a sack.
Does it look like that sack that might have been lined with something crinkly?
No, it's big.
Oh, a big sack.
Yeah, like Santa.
Oh. Not cool. She's probably stealing her stuff.
Just letting you know.
Okay. Is the sack inside the building or outside the building? 'Cause part of
It's
her.
right there at the like she's leaning out, getting on, and the other hand is holding the sack. It is not fully exposed, but if you were to attempt to breathe fire on the area, like in a cone, it would
Yes.
envelop the sack.
Okay. Duly noted. That's what I was
But
wondering.
spitting your fire, like in the
Yes.
pinpoint accuracy, that would not affect the sack.
Okay. Let's see if she's flammable.
Is the sack big enough to have a person in it?
Yes, Santa sack.
Okay.
Big.
Yeah, it's big people size.
Is the sack Vaughn shaped?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was my
I
question.
don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna shoot fire and ask questions later.
Eh, there you go.
Shooting D10. That one. Where you go? And this one. What the hell? Okay.
You didn't even get a 4?
Oh, I did got 2 4s.
Well, 4 is what you need for ranged attack.
Oh, okay.
So it's a hit,
Derp.
just not with a raise.
That's fine. As long as I hit her.
When you're trying to do melee attack, they get their parried.
Right. Okay, that's where I got confused.
Something wrong with these?
They're not very entertaining.
Well, wheat entertainment.
I was expecting
That's a
at
very
least-
specific type of entertainment.
If wheat
I am not
amuses,
wheat.
Exactly.
Everything falls
What did you
short
expect?
after poutine.
Crackers have no soul.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, so I hit. Spit
Yes.
fire at her. Okay.
So So you can roll your fire
Fire
damage.
damage. Okay. Just don't get the raise. That's acceptable. Come on, better roll than last time. Well, that kind
Does
of
that explode?
balances out.
Does this explode?
These two explode.
Ones
Cool.
explode, right?
So 14.
14.
If you want to play hardcore Savage Worlds, we can have ones negatively blow up.
No!
Oh,
Where you roll them
21?
again and subtract that from
Yeah.
your damage.
14. Yeah.
21.
21.
21?
Winner.
My damage
That's
is
a
old enough to
significant
drink.
amount. But not quite enough.
oh my
Damn
god.
it.
She, like,
Not even
you
shaken?
can see that she shields herself, like her face from the fire. Her armor's pretty metallic, but an arm comes up. And like when her arm comes back down, she gives you a glare, like the how dare you.
Ooh. You pissed her off.
She does not appear to be holding one of the big guns that the ones down below have.
Okay. Okay. So I didn't move or anything.
Yeah.
Can I move? Okay. Also, let's see.
If you want to try and take another action that the best thing to do is at the beginning of your turn try and narrate out everything you want to try and do.
Yeah.
And then if you try and take two actions that require rolls,
Right.
then you get -2 to both actions.
Okay. I don't.
So-
Yeah. I don't want to attack.
But
her
moving
again.
is totally cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna move like up the building slightly,
Okay.
so I'm a little bit away from the thing that just shoulder barfed plasma onto me.
That's the noise it makes too.
And as I'm moving up there, I'm gonna go over the comms. This lady's stealing a sack full of stuff out of our castle, you guys.
I'm sorry, I love the Teenage Dragon thing so much. Like, I kind of want a cameo in the Mask game.
Yeah.
Like
That'd be
dimensional. A
amazing.
rift opens up. And
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
yeah. Okay. So yeah, you totally do that. You fly up higher. How far do you want to be? Like, I think your flying pace is like 20 or something.
Yeah.
So you can totally get pretty high, higher than the building if you wanted.
I'll go like just the top of the building.
Okay.
So I can get
totally
back
do.
if I need to, but I don't want to get plasmid on again.
Sure.
Good plan.
That was gross.
All right. So that was 4, and nobody's lower than that.
Nope.
So another set of cards.
There's a gooder. There's a
Ten.
gooder one.
You almost said a gooder one.
A gooder. That one's gooder. That
It
one's
is
You
gooder.
still get 2 or do only 1 now?
I think it's still active.
Does
What's
it?
the
I don't
duration?
know. That's a great question. I thought I wasted it, so that'd be good. It's going to be the very
Most of
last
them
one
usually
that I
have
look
a-
at.
It's
Quickness.
usually like a duration,
Duration
of 3, right?
3. Yeah, 3.
So 3 rounds.
3 rounds. Aha!
You get the king,
Uh-huh.
and you get the 2.
Like that power.
Oh.
Good power.
2 ends of the spectrum.
A 10.
Ah.
No joker. And the one time I got a joker, I was not allowed to shoot.
All right. So is
Because
King
then I
high?
do 8d12.
Yes.
Right.
King is high. The lady with the sack finishes mounting the back of the monstrous robot beast, which then, kind of shockingly, just lets go.
Oh.
Like, as soon as she's on and mounted, she kind of puts the sack in front of her on the saddle,
Yeah.
and the thing just falls and starts to turn in midair, so it looks like a cat when they're
Yeah.
falling a distance, and swings its legs down underneath it
Weird.
and impacts on the ground. And this is,
Yeah.
8
that's
stories or
pretty
so.
high.
Wow, okay.
Manages to hit the ground and just take it. Like you hear that like big shock absorber compression noise, like kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It maybe vents a little steam after it lands. And then Queen.
Yep. So I'm super pissed that I missed. So there's 3 of these things, or 2 of them?
There's 2 in the courtyard with you,
Okay.
and 1 at the inner courtyard that just fell
That
off
I
the building.
can't see. Okay.
You can't.
Well, I'm going to take my sword and point it at them, and I'm going to shoot a bolt of like holy light and energy at it.
You can do it. You didn't even get a 4?
Nope. Now I did. Now I got 2 6s.
Oh,
So 11.
11. That's with a raise. So
Yeah.
if there's a raise
Uh,
figure for bolt, or do you just get the
cast
D6
may
damage?
get cast single. It doesn't say anything about raises.
Although I think
And
if
you
you,
can
want,
spend
you
additional
can,
power
yeah,
points.
you can shoot multiple
Multiple
missiles
ones,
if
yeah.
you want.
What the hell?
So I'll do 1 at.
No,
I can do up
that's
to
enough.
3 missiles.
Jeebus.
Yeah.
So I'll do 2 with the one in front of me and 1 off to the side.
Okay. Let me just double check bolt as a power.
The damage of the bolt is 2. I forget. Do
Do you have to roll?
2d6. I don't know if that counts my roll. That'd be amazing, but I don't think it does.
So you roll for each of your 3 bolts if
Got
you're
it.
doing 3 bolts.
Okay.
But instead, if you wanted to not fire 3 bolts, you can fire a single bolt that does more damage.
All right. Yeah. Well,
It's up to you. It's kind of
I
a
feel like 2 bolts at the same target will kind of. I'll stick with the 3 bolts
okay.
because I feel like 2
So
on
you
the
got to
same
roll
target.
not your wild die again,
Right. Just the.
just the
2d6,
spell casting
yeah.
die. No, just 1.
Oh, it says 2d6 on there.
Well, that's the damage.
Oh, right.
But you got to roll for each bolt that you're shooting
To
to
hit.
see if you hit.
Oh, to hit.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I'm sorry.
why you might
So
wanna-
you roll
were-
3d6.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Then yeah. I will. I'm sorry. I misunderstood that part. So
Okay.
yes, I will switch to the 1 bolt.
Okay. So it's going to do 3d6 damage
Okay.
plus an extra d6 because you got the
4d6.
raise.
Yeah.
2d6 actually. So 4.
You're going to need 4.
4. Yeah. That one explodes and everything else blows. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
You blast it with a bolt, and the flame. It looks like a Jacob's ladder going off your sword.
Nice,
So it's just
okay.
like,
Yeah.
and then shoots out. You impact it right dead center mass, but it doesn't seem to do enough to damage it.
Okay. Damn it.
You think that it's clearly not like a supernatural evil kind of a person, so she's not like radiating the evil aura that you saw before, so you don't get any big bonus to that
Yeah, that's
in
good.
this case.
That makes sense.
But
Thank you.
cool. So that was Queen. You get a second.
Right.
that's at the 3,
That's
yeah.
at the 3, yeah.
Very good. I was just used to the last time you just had 2 in a
2
row.
in a row, I know.
Going down 10s.
I got 10.
There's 2 10s, right?
I've got hearts and I've got clubs, so you go first.
Hearts first.
Hots. I will take another shot at the gentleman.
Kimmy is kind of next to it now. She ran up and tried to hit it. You can attempt to aim behind it
I'll try that.
and not have her in the circle.
It's always worked out well in the past.
It's always goes super well.
As long as you don't get double 1s, man. That's
Right.
Shh, it'll hear you.
it's happened once. I
That's
saw the
all.
first one come up. I was excited.
I have cover, right?
Well, that hits, right? 4 hits.
4 is a hit.
I'll go ahead and take the 4 for it.
The Glitter Boy Eliminator. Why does the GM have to kill anyone when you have a Glitter Boy in the party?
Exactly. That's a shitty roll.
God, you guys.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20.
I swear I didn't make invincible enemies. You guys just suck at rolling damage tonight.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
definitely below average.
Yeah. Because I kind of used your
Average
average as
should be 26 plus 4. So my average roll should be 30.
yeah, which would be enough.
Do you want to spend
things.
a Benny to reroll your damage?
Can I
damage.
spend it? Can I do that?
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
know
a-
I could do
it's
that.
That's a Rift special.
I will totally do that.
For this system, that's
Okay.
possible.
Are these joke dice?
My God.
There you go.
There we go.
Better.
All right. So it's 11. That's 19 plus 12 is
31.
32.
32. You get a plus 4?
Plus your weapon, right?
About 4.
35.
3 bennies.
Nice.
Well,
I need better D12s. I need to single one out and punish him. Oh, excellent.
ooh, you made him have to soak.
Excellent.
Okay.
He has he's got 1 wound right now. She has 1.
That's the lady.
Oh, okay.
That's the lady that has the wound.
All right.
And she's the one that tried to soak. The critter takes a wound, and then she managed to soak enough, because I got enough.
Okay.
So she's not taking additional wounds, but yeah. It's cool.
Excellent.
But the critter is not shaken anymore, it's actually wounded.
Okay.
And shaken. Alright. So that was that 10. Tiffany's 10.
Yes. Okay, so the one that's got the sack, where is she now?
She's on the ground 10 stories below you.
10 stories.
Because you flew up and she went down.
Yeah. Is that within 72?
Yeah, because 72 squares would be 5 times 72.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
that's
Let's try
more
out a
than-
thing I haven't used yet.
That's more than 100
Ooh,
feet.
new thing.
I have a stun ability
All right.
at 72 range.
You can do it.
I have no idea what to roll because I haven't used any of my magic dragon powers yet.
So you'd have to use your spell casting.
The magic
So it's the stun spell?
Yeah.
Please don't.
Sorry.
Tiffany, the magic dragon.
That's literally the joke.
So do you
I just
have,
made.
like,
I just made that joke.
I
I
have-
just sang it.
I think you said
Psionic
puff.
skill?
I
Is
said
that
tiff.
what I use,
Magic
or is
dragon.
it actual spell casting?
Is stun a psionic thing? What's the cost on the spell? What does it say?
PP4.
Okay, so that's magic,
Okay.
which would be spell casting, right?
Is that a skill? Because I don't have that, so.
Kyle didn't teach me that, along with the whole thing about the bras. Like, I don't understand.
Don't worry about spellcasting, honey. It'll come to you when you need
You'll
it.
just
Yeah.
figure it out. It's
It'll be
totally fine.
Yeah. You'll experiment. It's natural.
Oh, of course you can cast spells. I cast spells. Would you like to know how I do it?
That's probably
gotta get
exactly
to
how
it.
those
Yeah,
conversations
exactly.
went. Just recounted the plot of Practical Magic to me for some reason, and I'm like, I don't know. Why does the lime go in the coconut? I don't understand. What does that have to do with magic?
It does base itself off the spellcasting smarts skill. Do you have the psionic skill?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have psionic powers?
I think so. It's been a little while since I played this game. I don't remember.
You know what? I think you're supposed to have the spellcasting skill. So at whatever you have it at the, but she can hear me. It's cool.
No.
You can hear me, I'm sure. I'm still talking loud enough. Right there.
Go ahead.
So use whatever your spellcasting die is, your psionics die as your spellcasting for tonight.
Okay, and then we'll figure it out for
Yes.
next time. Okay.
It's all good. I'll be right back while you're figuring it out.
Okay. So I still roll my d6.
And you get your wild die.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what I need.
Well, I'm sure the success is a 4.
Probably
Yes,
a 4.
yeah, still
That's
still
pretty
a 4.
universal.
Okay, let's try it. A 5.
Success.
Okay. I'll take it.
What's the stun skill, did you know?
Stun shocks those within a medium burst template with concussive force, sound, light, magical energy, or the like. So you get to define what your trapping looks like. If the arcane character scores a success, targets within the area of effect must make vigor rolls or be shaken. With a raise, victims must make vigor rolls at -2. So no raise, but they have to make a vigor roll or be shaken. And what does your stun look like?
Ooh, that's a good question.
A bellow.
And he might give
A
you
what?
A bellow.
He might
A
give you
bellow?
extra stuff.
Yeah.
Like a dragon roar.
Like a
a
yell?
roar.
Oh, like the Dovahkiin roar?
Like, yeah, like total T-Rex from like
Yeah.
Jurassic Park thing. Like, you are just pissed
Right.
beyond belief.
With spittle flying out.
Yeah.
there.
I thought it was like an area of effect thing that the visual happens to them.
You can be. I mean, it kind of looks however you want.
Yeah.
I missed it.
Okay, so I got a 5.
Okay. So your stun spell goes off.
Yes.
What? Do you have the description written on your thing, or did you find it already?
Yeah, we just
Nick?
looked at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it open.
It requires a vigor roll.
Yep. They have to make a vigor roll or they're
Or
shaken.
be shaken. Okay.
And if you want to apply the sound trapping, you could give her things like deafen or other cool stuff. But
tell
that's
me.
up to you.
Are you doing like straight up like wiggle your claws magic stun, or
No,
do you want to be like, oh?
Yeah, it's probably Dragon Roar stun.
All right.
Yeah.
But it gets like echoing.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe there's magic in it. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Right. It's basically me yelling at her,
Hey, quit it!
"Hey, quit stealing my stuff!
But
Put it
but in
back!"
dragon, so everyone else is really like, oh god!
It sounds way harsher in my natural language.
It's like Mouse's bark.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Klingons can't ever sound pretty.
right.
Right.
Yeah. It is not shaken. I'm sorry.
Ah.
Now I wanna translate My Fair Lady into Klingon.
I'm sure somebody's done it.
I will have to
there's
look
a
for that. I'll
bunch
have to look
of-
for that.
There are a bunch of
Because it
people.
tickles me on a very amusing level.
My Fair Lady is a wonderful story in the original Klingon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got on a kick to watch the original Star Trek series again,
Right.
and then I just, because it's all on
Watch the
Amazon
films?
Prime, I just rolled right into the movies.
Yeah.
And I just watched Star Trek 3 today, which is the best Klingon film ever.
Right.
Like
That's the one with
Undiscovered
the,
Country.
the guy with the metal.
No, that's Undiscovered Country.
Okay.
The actual best Klingon film, in my
Okay.
opinion. But Star Trek 3 is with the Christopher Lloyd and Dan Larroquette
Yeah,
Right.
as Klingons. Yeah, not even a joke, man. Mox! Choo! You chew!
That's the one where they're getting Spock back. Right?
Yes, yeah.
All right.
So unfortunately that didn't stun.
Damn it. Okay.
That was a
Kadar.
10.
Is it an area thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got to roll for the other critter then. 2. Sorry.
It's a medium burst.
Medium template.
And he makes it. Damn it. They are unstunned. Those 10s, 9s, 8, 7, 6.
6.
So, do they look like they are leaving yet?
The 2 that are here, they haven't made any move to leave.
Okay.
The one closest to you has been brutalized a bit by boom gun fire.
Okay.
And the far one has continued to just shoot at the nearby legionnaires that have run out to fight.
Okay, then I'm aiming for one more turn.
Okay. Then 3.
3. I'm gonna go back
There was a
to.
big impact right behind this thing. You
Yeah.
heard the big boom, and then just like dirt flew up.
It's like one of those things where I just like say a small prayer, and then open my eyes. Okay, good. It didn't hit me. What did I see when the boom landed right behind the thing?
It stumbled a little bit. The mount kind of stumbled forward a little bit. You're kind of at the forward shoulder so you could reach up and hit the person. And it stumbles forward a bit. You don't have to dodge or anything, but it looks like it's taken a little bit of damage
Okay.
on its hindquarters because he aimed behind it. And then the rider still looks a little bit hurt, but not more hurt.
Okay. I'm gonna move then. So I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna try attacking the other one.
Okay, so you can, if you make a run, you can get to the other one.
All right. I'm gonna make a run, and I also have the extra.
You're pretty quick.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I can make it, and then I also they don't get an attack of opportunity if I go away. But he's probably distracted anyway, so that probably doesn't matter.
yeah.
So I'm gonna go to the other one, and I'm gonna swing my sword and attack with my sword.
Okay.
10.
Boom.
19.
A
Boom.
19 is totally a hit with a raise.
Yeah, nice, excellent. All right, and so strength plus 2 spirit die. So 2 6s and 8. So 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay. Are you trying to hit the mount or the rider?
The rider.
Okay. Turns out it didn't matter. Sorry, I forgot. I looked at the wrong number.
Okay.
So you swing,
Aw.
and you straight up impact hard, like right at the hip joint,
Okay.
near the saddle, and your sword hits it, like the magical fire kind of glows really bright, but then it slides off. Like you might have, you totally made the solid hit, but it's just this armor is pretty tough.
Okay. FYI, it's 10, 12 now.
I know.
Okay.
I'm working on it. I swear. Things could resolve faster if anybody could roll better.
If anybody could roll.
I'm trying. Huh?
There we go.
Ah, excellent.
Boom.
Aiming paid
there
off.
you go.
Boom. No, you get a 7 for the next one. That's
Oh,
lucky
it's okay.
card.
It's
That's
still a
lucky
lot.
card. You get a 6. And you get a 9. And we're halfway through the deck. It's got it. No.
You keep telling yourself that.
They're in here, right? Aren't they? I took them out. In here.
Just to be a
So
dick.
mean.
There's one.
All right,
Okay,
let's
they're
go.
both there. They're both there.
I
All right.
didn't take them out.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Ace.
check for them now.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm going to make a called shot to disarm
Okay.
to on.
On the wounded one that's close.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to go.
Okay.
So this roll is going to be at.
Plus 8.
Yeah, I'm going to double tap as well, so I get the +1 for the
Uh-huh.
semi-automatic fire. So I'm at a end up by being a total of a +5 to the roll. That 8 explodes. That 8 explodes again. 17 and 5 is, I'm assuming that's a hit on a ranged attack.
Yes. I like seeing what the final number is, though.
Oh, sorry.
Those
it
of
was
you
like
out there know what I'm talking
yeah.
about.
23 or something. And then, let me just get the rules real quick on
Yeah,
that.
I'm just trying to figure out the disarm thing.
That's pretty chintzy that you only get 1d6 extra damage on the raise.
Yeah, I feel like you
You
should
got
get a
like
D6 every raise.
Several raises.
Except that makes it even more.
or increase the die type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Called
Exploding
shots.
damage isn't enough for you people.
No, it's not.
You want more.
Clearly it's not. Look how long this is taking.
Right?
So
I spent
it says
all my minis.
limb is a -2. Attack to a limb causes no additional damage, but may ignore armor or have some other special effect. See disarm maneuver. A character can try to make an opponent drop a weapon. Blah 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 blah. A bunch of stuff here. The defender must make a strength roll. If the roll is less than the damage, he drops his weapon. So let me roll my damage.
You have an advantage here, sir. They're not unstrong, but they're not 5d6 strong.
That is 11 and 6, 17. 17 and 2 is 19 plus 2 is 21.
No!
God, seriously?
Ka-tink.
No,
Oh.
totally.
Oh,
She
okay.
did not resist the
I
disarm.
thought
Yeah, you have
no,
to
it
roll.
didn't hit.
He'd still be rolling the.
Yeah, I was
yeah,
like,
I was like, oh!
I'm out.
I told you. I didn't
night,
forget to tell
guys.
you they got a d30 strength. She rolled a 29 on one die, one roll.
You can do it on D20, except they don't. Stats would have D20.
So you take a shot. You manage to hit like right at the back of the hand. Like, totally, the hand, like, jerks open. It's almost like the tendons pull, so then it just loses all strength in the hand. And the lance-looking gun just slips out of the hand, impacts it with the ground with a pretty heavy thud.
Okay.
Surprisingly heavy.
Now, is that enough damage to do a wound as well?
I'm sorry, it was 21?
Yeah, it
yes.
was 21.
No.
Okay. Not even shake it? Crap. All right. I know. It's all that close. That was Ace.
I got a
You're
king.
not the big damage guy.
Oh, no, not at all.
I got a king.
But you totally
I'm
made an
completely
effective move.
outclassed.
Something above a 9.
All right, so that was Ace
King.
King.
Yay. Okay. Crap. The thing was not shaken by my stun thing.
We're almost
Yeah, that's cool.
I want to fly at her and tackle her off of the robot.
grapple.
Grappling rules. Grappling rules.
10, 15
Grappling
at night
rules.
grapple. Oh,
Grappling
God.
rules.
Here it comes. You just want people to send me messages after this.
I've tried all my other stuff. It's not working. It's time for brute force.
I think there's totally like a bull rush or something.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. Dragon rush. Whichever.
I'm sure it's in the special rules, right?
That's what I'm getting to.
Situational rules.
Are you just trying to knock them off, or are you trying to like grab them and hold them?
Lord knock off, yes.
Grappling. Page 82 in the
that's-
digest.
Yeah, but that's more. We're gonna do like a. We're gonna use like a mounted combat charge.
No, sounds reasonable.
Okay.
So it's you roll your fighting,
Okay. We can do that.
and you've totally moved far enough. At speed, you'll get +2.
Okay. So I get +2.
No, you know what? You get +4. It says a rider on a charging horse adds +4
Yep.
to your to your damage. So you just roll your fighting.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let's try that again. With the other dice. Oh,
Okay.
So we know it's spent. It's
Oh, the
sorry,
card.
magic.
Ah!
Oh,
Ooh, they both explode. Okay. So that's
Oh,
14 plus 9.
well, no, this is just your hit, isn't
Oh.
it?
Yeah, that's to hit.
Okay.
So
So 8 and 5 is 13, or 6 and 4 is 10. So 13.
13.
that is absolutely a hit.
Yay!
So roll your damage.
Which is what?
Um, like as if you're trying to claw,
Okay.
or
So strength.
and then you get +4.
plus 3d6 plus 4. Okay, so 3d6 plus 20.
Isn't it? Aren't you a D12 plus 4?
Oh, yeah.
So
So I
D-
roll the d12. I don't just add
Right.
that. Okay. So the 6, 9. Where's my d12? This one. Plus 8, 17 plus 4 is 21 plus. What did you say plus?
Plus 4.
Plus 4. 25.
The right, and you're specifically going after the rider.
Trying to knock the rider off of the thing.
Gotcha. The rider is shaken, doesn't take a wound, is not fully off.
Okay. Partially off.
Like if you'd gotten to a wound, I would say knocked
Yeah.
clear, but you got
She's still have hold of the sack?
the sack is kind of on the beast,
Okay. Got it. The sack is on the beast. Got
and
it.
she's
So the shaken result is that she's just trying to get her,
Yeah.
mount back
Okay.
under her.
yeah. So I'd say like on their turn, she'll have to make a roll to see if she can unshake and reseat
Okay.
herself.
Cool.
But yeah, totally. That was King going down the line.
Jack.
Jack.
So I'm with this other one now.
Thank you, by the way, everybody. We're getting a lot faster on whose card's next.
Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna hit her again.
Yeah.
Because I feel like last time I just like, even though I got a blow, it just like I didn't have the power behind it to attack her. Hopefully. 4. I don't have the power. I have no power.
This time, you take a swing, and one of those articulated spines on the mount literally just like swings down and parries in front of you.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
Sparks fly. It's like the medieval times parry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was Jack. 10, 9, 8, 7,
7.
9. 9. I'm sorry, I forgot I got a 9. 9. Let's see if she can unshake herself.
Yes?
Yes. So you've flown down in like a dragon dive bomb and smacked the crap out of this woman.
Yes.
But she is made of stern stuff apparently and recovers very quickly. The interesting thing is you don't see, like, you've seen people riding horses before, you've seen people riding beasts of various magical types and stuff before, and they always seem to issue commands in some way, either audible or they use spurs or clicks or something. This doesn't even have reins around it or anything that would control the beast, but it just leaps like a crazy-ass Calaveras County frog up, like high enough that it literally leaps over the inner wall
Oh, wow.
Oh.
and into the outer courtyard in one leap.
Toward us or in the other direction?
It's out into the front courtyard. In fact, when it lands, it totally smashes some poor legionnaire under one paw.
Yeah.
What a jerk.
And then, yeah, she's taking that movement action
Great.
and unshaking. That was 9, 8, 7.
7.
I have 7. Yours is
So a
diamond?
third,
Diamonds.
a third one has landed between the other two, in the middle.
And that one has a sack it's holding?
Yes,
Alright.
that you know that Tiffany informed you there is a sack.
It's totally stealing our stuff, guys.
Alright. So I'm going to kind of turn around on that one. This is going to end badly.
Nice.
Wow. I'm impressed.
If only we could roll that well today.
Right?
Right?
Wasting all the mojos, Stu.
Maybe that's gonna be our thing. Like you can opt to instead try and make a basket.
We can put little like markers on there.
Oh.
Or
Get like
dartboard.
what-
We'll
like
put a
what- yeah,
dartboard behind the
dartboard.
GM. We'll throw.
Yeah. No.
How was Stork at basketball?
I don't know.
So I am going to cast Confusion on the one that just left over the wall because they have their
Nice.
stuff.
Okay.
Um,
You resourceful.
5.
All
So
right.
it's success. On a success, the target must make a smarts roll at -2 or be shaken. So, and for me, like I point my sword.
An unexpected stat I had to look up.
I'm gonna like point my sword at them, and like little lights flash around them, like bright bursts of like angel light, and that kind of confuses them.
Like freedom flashes
Sure, yeah.
this time of year.
Oh, that's what I'll do.
Like
That's what I
little
should have done
diamonds
before.
from one of the diamonds in the sky from Land of the Lost. What were those called?
Oh, damn it. I don't remember. I know what you're talking about.
Did you ever see Land of the Lost?
I know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
The
I
Sleeve
don't remember what
Stacks.
they are.
Not
but-
Will
Such a
Ferrell.
good show. No.
Just-
No.
No.
Okay.
Slee Stacks all the way, the originals.
Right. With the guy that looked like the dad from Brady Bunch.
Marshall, Will, and Holly
Right.
on a routine expedition.
Okay.
That was such a good show. Serious Ataka. You don't know what I'm talking
All right.
I know what you're talking
Do
about.
you? Do you?
Yeah. I used to watch
Okay.
the reruns of that and
It was a
Land
good
of the
try.
Giants.
It was
and stuff
absolutely
were
like-
on,
Oh, okay.
Sci-Fi
Just
Channel.
really
when I was
good.
a
Were they really?
Roles.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
I'd get up in
Sometimes.
the morning, make myself ramen, watch Dark Shadows, Lost in Space, Land of the Giants, Land of the Lost. It was like a
Oh,
whole.
awesome.
Was Land of the Giants? It had like a bunch of teens and obviously giants.
Yeah.
I had thought that I had hallucinated that show because I had
It totally
because
existed.
I remembered it, but like no one I've ever talked to knows what it is, and I haven't been able
I'm
to find it anywhere. I couldn't remember what it was
Vaguely
called.
familiar with it, but
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
think
it's
I
real
watched
bad.
it.
I thought that about Watership Down for a long time. Like I thought it was like some crazy childhood
Horrible
nightmare
night.
that I had, and then I like was like describing it to my mom.
Talking about
and
the
she's like,
animated film?
Yeah.
Oh, that shit's
I
horrifying.
know, and then she's
Yeah.
like, "No, that's a real movie you watched
Bunny
one time." You
gore.
started watching it, and I thought it was a kids' movie, and I walked in halfway, and the bunnies were eating each other. I had to turn it off. I can't believe you remember that. Sorry, Mom.
All right. So that was 7,
Yeah.
6, 5, 4.
I have 7. I got
Seven.
7. I got another 7.
Oh, 7, I'm sorry. I skipped that because I didn't think about it.
And a 12 and a 6.
Did your confusion work, Kimmy?
11.
Will that hit?
Yeah.
Everything.
Does it get an does it with the raise? Is that with the raise? Do I
Yeah,
get
it's a
an
ranged
extra D6?
attack, yeah.
I get an extra D6.
Range attack target number is a 4,
Woo.
unless they're behind cover, and these guys are not taking cover.
4
They don't seem to need
and an
to.
extra D6.
No, they
I'm
seem
going to roll them
pretty-
one at a time.
I just feel bad that
What is
Ethan
that?
pulled a card for any of
5?
the other people at the
Five.
castle. We're the only ones fighting him.
Yeah.
11.
Well, I mean, the other guys were just getting slaughtered.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I am.
But we bought them
6.
enough time. They should have gotten their power armor and their glitter boys and turn those turrets around to the
we
interior.
gotta do
the
everything
the
around
turrets
here.
have taken a couple of shots.
And
Oh,
1.
we know.
But I'm
So-
also not rolling for them attacking the other people.
22.
You don't want to be sitting there rolling for
26,
20 minutes.
27, 31.
Oh right.
31, that's good.
31.
On the same wounded one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't moved, so I don't know if I can even see the middle one that showed up.
What are they?
He's burning another soak, folks.
Ugh.
Ooh, and another one. We're almost through their ablative Benny armor.
Maybe it depends.
Maybe,
Are the mounts and the riders
Oh,
wild
both wild
cards?
cards?
Because that would be
Oh,
6 bennies.
That's true.
They're not,
Oh, they're not. Okay.
I wouldn't think so. That would be kind of.
because I'm not
gimmicky.
a total douchebag.
Yeah.
Some parts are missing.
I leak. The disarmed and already wounded rider, she doesn't manage to soak, and you got 31?
31.
you said? So that's 2 additional wounds. She has 3 wounds now.
Okay.
And the mount did soak 1, but would have taken 2. So they end up with 1 additional.
Okay.
Cool.
So that one is in bad shape.
Okay.
Not great.
Good.
Finally.
That guy.
So that was 7s.
And that was
right?
7.
More
6?
cards?
Anyone else?
No, I got a 6.
I think we're done.
6. Okay. The leaper and
The one she's
confusey
Okay.
target makes another leap over the outer wall this time
Okay.
and lands and just starts hauling ass, like way faster than your truck, just booking,
Okay.
like far faster than any animal you've ever seen run.
Okay.
Especially now that they're over the wall.
Yeah.
They're going. Yeah, and then another round of cards. Let's see what happens.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm not doing anything with these
And
anyway.
we'll be almost done.
Ah! No, you don't get another one now. You've already had your 3,
We've
right?
had your
Yeah,
3
I've
rounds.
already
of
had my
yeah,
3, so.
Can't
You get
she
2.
pay more
You can get a 5.
points to
Extend
continue?
it.
Yeah, to
I
extend it?
can, but I'm out of points.
Okay.
Queen.
Need to take a nap.
In like a half hour, you get a point back.
Yay!
You're an ace.
Ace is first.
Ace is first. So the confusing one. So I'm gonna turn back around and slash at the one that I'm gonna actually slash the mount this time though,
Okay.
not at the rider. Nine.
No.
All right, cool.
No raise.
Okay, no raise. So just 2 spirit die and strength, which is 16.
Okay. You take a big slash at it, and it kind of pulls its head back. And you like score a line along the side of its neck,
Okay.
but it doesn't seem to be shaken.
Okay.
That was ace, king, queen.
Queen. Seven.
It's a hit. No raise.
No raise.
Oh no.
I'm not even bother counting.
Oh my gosh.
No, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
You got
plus
one.
4. 16.
One die out of your 4 die worth of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
16.
Nice. Not so good.
Yeah.
Sorry. So that was queen.
where they're rolling.
Jack.
Oh.
10.
Ten?
Did Stork use this yesterday?
Now, did
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
you said the one with the sack has left the building?
Is now
It's-
completely
it's-
This
outside.
one's
So,
not
there,
much
so there's
better.
just one that's the injured one.
The injured one, and then one that's uninjured
Okay.
that
The-
Kimmy is next to.
We just need to start
Okay.
disinviting him to games.
Yeah. Sorry, Stork.
The
his
uninjured
fault.
one,
Things.
I'm gonna try attempt to disarm again.
Okay.
I'm only at a +1 on this roll.
Okay.
Does your shirt
I'm
say
double
hit
tapping.
Coke?
No, it's Hitchhike 42.
Okay.
It's like one of the
Hit
Mad
Coke.
magazine things.
Yeah.
You need to go home.
It's like the guys
Changes
on
the
Top
meaning.
Gear.
Yeah.
With the sliding door on the side of their vans.
Right.
15 should be a hit with a raise, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was too many dice. Sorry about that.
Stop that cheating.
I'm gonna Benny that for my damage.
Nice.
I'm gonna Benny it again.
Ooh,
Oh man.
slightly better.
It's near the end of the night. Burn 'em if you got 'em.
9, 13 to 15. I can do better than that.
You can do it.
I'm gonna make at least one of these explode. Although that's a pretty garbage roll for that. That's 12. 12, 18,
Huh?
And a triple.
18,
Oh!
24,
Hot damn.
26, and 2 is 28.
28.
So I'm
And
gonna
then it
shoot
was
the
a-
weapon out of the other hand.
It was a strength roll?
Oh yeah. So
Right.
you have to beat 28. Benny's well spent.
Yes. Totally.
Yes.
That's right.
That was worth it.
No. Totally the same. Like, you zeroed in on that nerve cluster, apparently. And you know, like, that's the weak spot.
Apparently, I'm Roy Rogers.
Aim for the back of the hand. It's like what happens to Luke when he gets shot in the back of the hand. Like, just totally drops the big, and the big gun like falls right next to you with
Okay.
a big thud. Like,
Okay.
boom. It is very heavy.
Okay.
Do you have shooting?
I think so.
It's pretty heavy. I'd have to see how much you can pick up and wield successfully.
I can't. I have brawny. I can 8 times my.
Oh, you
limit
could totally
or
lit that
something.
up.
Pick it
Okay.
up. I know it does make me want to go out and grab one of the ones that.
It's all good. So yeah, she's disarmed and
Ready shooting.
shaking the hand.
I feel like
Okay.
that would end super badly.
So that was 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
6. Okay, so Sack Thief is like long gone, yeah.
yeah.
It's pretty far out there.
The lady with the sack.
What? She stole a sack full of stuff.
So you could attempt to chase after. You're in the best position to do that, but clearly moving faster than you're able to. They're really quick.
giant gun or teleport after the other thing? Yeah. Yeah.
That's the classic Rift's picture, by the way, of a dragon. It's
Actually-
like a dragon with like a cybernetic
huge
eye,
gun.
and then like a big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do believe there are actually 2 guns sitting on the ground at this point.
That's true. I don't know if I can dual wield. Okay, I am gonna pick up. I'll pick up whichever
Tiffany
gun is,
Oakley.
is closest to me.
So you're gonna swoop over the wall and just scoop up a gun?
Yeah.
Do it. That's your move. You can make it over
Okay.
the wall and pick up a weapon.
Yeah.
I don't think you can aim it and fire it at the same
Probably
time.
not.
But it's totally in your claw
Okay.
because they're pretty big, so that
I'm just
it's a
gonna-
little awkward. You'd probably have to use 2 hands to like
That's
hold
fine.
it because it's not made for your shape of
Like
claw.
wrap my tail around
Big
part
head,
of it
little
to
hands.
balance
Well,
it.
you said it was like lance shaped, right?
Kind of, but there's still like a trigger
Okay.
mechanism. So like to get your claw in there is
Yeah.
awkward. You can't one hand aim it and
Right.
stuff. So you'd have to kind of
Okay, that's
do
fine.
that. So that was
6.
6, 5 is me. 4. Let's see if they unshake.
No?
Oh, I get to roll for the other part.
Damn.
Oh. All right. So the mostly uninjured one with a sore hand leaps over the wall and just starts booking. The pretty injured one,
That's one I've been shooting at.
the one you've been shooting at, the mount does not seem to be responding properly. And the rider, it's the first time you've seen any of the riders like trying to force the mount to do something. And then you see her and she looks not on the injured hand but on the other arm. She looks at a thing on like her gauntlet, kind of a thing, and you can tell there's some kind of something there.
Oh, is it
but-
the time?
Yeah, like, oh, hey, I see.
Time
What
to
time is
go.
Yeah, so that's
It's a hair pass. Get the fuck out of here.
and like reaches over with the fucked up hand and is interacting with it. Swipe to unlock.
That's
yeah.
what it was like in the back of the ambulance, by the way. Because the poison shuts down all your fine motor control, so I was holding the phone like this and trying
Where
to.
did you get bit?
Uh,
Ankle?
yeah, on my toe actually.
Oh, ouch.
All right.
Rattle
So
Yeah, baby,
the
So all of it.
all of it.
Yeah.
the one that was right in front of you has leapt out of the building and started going. The one that is left, you see. Let me get the picture back out.
Which source book is that, by the way? Just for. It's just
Source
the
book!
Source book? Okay.
The rifts.
Is that like a monster manual?
Source
Or?
book.
Kind of.
The
It's-
Rift one.
Right.
Rift kind of had divided things up into dimensional books,
Okay.
source books, and world books.
Right.
So the world books are very geographical. Like the first few are like there's
Atlantis and.
the vampire kingdoms and
Right.
Atlantis and South America, and all of that. The dimension books talk about wormwood and like literally like what's through other rifts to different planets, different places. And then the source books kind of flesh out sort of not just areas, but they flesh out like an aspect of thing. Like this one is very focused on robots
Oh, okay.
and that kind of stuff. The other source books can add like there's one that's the mechanoids. So there's like a whole race of sentient bots that kind of are doing their thing. Where was she? There she is. So you see the like all of the joints of the armor, they start glowing pretty brightly
Uh-oh.
in a building intensity kind of a way.
Oh dear.
But that's what you see. she's not taking any combat action. She doesn't have any ranged weapon or anything, so I can be out of combat. If you want to keep shooting, that's fine. We can talk about what's about to happen.
Yeah, I'll take another shot at her.
Yeah, it looks like that's about a self-destruct thing.
I'm
so-
gonna back up.
Maybe I can take her out before she self-destructs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take a shot and see what happens.
I'm gonna shout for all the people to like, get away, get back.
Get out!
Get
Oh,
out.
get away!
Oh, I don't have any benders left, and I missed. I rolled 3s.
Okay.
2 3s.
Another just big gout of dirt. About 10 feet in front.
Okay.
Like just showers the robot with dirt. Like as the thing starts glowing brighter and brighter, like just you see like the face kind of wrinkle up in pain and like starts to slag out,
Oh,
kind of like just like internal superheat. And begins to melt. Like the metallic pieces sort of start oozing together, and the mount, it starts to vent steam out around it, and the same kind of thing. It's almost like they're melting together,
Okay.
like in a big sort of a slag heap.
Interesting.
And then some more heavy power armor mechs are starting to come online and come in from the perimeter defense, because really defense is all about depth. But apparently these guys were super sneaky to get in here and not raise an alarm. The final thing that you hear comes from the building up high, and it's a familiar voice that is a lady, and she screams,
Vaughn.
yes. You guys called it super early, and I was like, oh, damn it. The voice of Lithari, the previous mayor of Garnet Town, leaning out the hole in the building, screams after Vaughn,
My son!
Oh no.
who is
boy.
gone, and we will end it there. Sorry,
Dun,
we
dun,
totally
dun.
ran over, but
That's
I didn't expect things to go so poorly.
because we
Either way.
cannot roll for shit.
I rolled
This is a bad
subpar
rolling
damage
night.
every time. Even my good roll was subpar.
Right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Thank you for sticking around.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Check out our schedule, happyjacks.org/schedule. In just a second, we'll also show you the same calendar that you can see there for stuff that's coming up this week. Also, check out happyjacks.org/forum. And you can find games to play there yourself, in person, or over the interwebs. You can talk about the game tonight, talk about our other APs, talk about the system-specific forums. So if you have questions or want to learn about systems, it's a great place to go to.
Talk about all the rules that Dave got wrong.
Yes.
That's what I live for.
Yes, absolutely. And if you've been hanging out, don't forget to follow, or if you want, subscribe. So thank you guys, and have a great night. Bye.
We're out of time and out of space, lamenting for the human race. A cataclysmic crisis from the past. A small blue world, thunder torn, an apocalyptic nightmare born, and mankind better learn to cope with it fast. Watch the glittering protectors rise! Inhuman foes meet your demise! And boom, boom, boom! Your end is nigh!
The preceding program has been a presentation of the Angry Folk Media Empire.